Ready?
Yeah.
All right. All right, we back. Press Onion Podcast. Man, we got a house full in here today. We in the kitchen eating gumbo. About to talk sneakers.
Yeah.
We're gonna start to my right and just introduce yourself. Tell us your favorite sneaker, man.
That's my Instagram name too.
Alright, well I'm Diaz. Diaz got soul. Favorite sneaker. That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough. It changes.
You are here.
Aqua Ace is up there though. Aqua Ace is up there.
Still not.
Aqua 8s.
I'm Chris Dowdell. Chris Dowdell on the ground. Favorite sneaker is Jordan 3. Black cements, white cements.
I'm Adrian Davis. Adrian Davis now on Instagram. Favorite sneaker probably be Jordan 1. I love Jordan 1. Said any occasion type of shoe.
I'm Will Winton, IG. It's Will I Am. Favorite sneaker, I would have to say probably 13s.
All right.
13s.
Show enough. All right, well, I'm King Soul's favorite sneaker, man, Lebron 8. I love it.
That's a good one.
You love that shoe.
Jordan 1 is a high favorite too, though, but LeBron 8, favorite sneaker of my life. Quick, current events, man. Who watched the fight?
I did. For sure.
Who won?
Fury.
Fury won.
Yeah. Fury won. In my opinion. And I'm a Wilder fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Wilder fan, but we talking about straight out boxing. I used to box.
All
We
right.
talking about boxing. Fury outboxed him.
Show enough.
He outboxed him.
So that 12th round knockout, that's what saved him?
Yep.
The top?
Yep, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
That's what gave him the title.
Yep.
The knockout was solid. It was strong, but Fury was hunting. Wilder was hunting for the knockout the whole fight.
Correct.
No jabs. He was not boxing him. He was trying to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
And we talking about boxing. That dude Fury outboxed him.
All right.
That's my opinion. It's my opinion.
Go ahead, Will. Let us know, man.
Man, I didn't get to catch it, man.
You didn't catch the fight?
No, man, I went to sleep, man.
Boy.
It's crazy. I know, right? I wanted to check it out. I watched a couple highlights.
He got a new baby at home.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know how that is. You got to get to sleep when you can.
You're right on that.
Yeah, what AD said was facts, man. It was entertaining. It was very entertaining.
I thought it was entertaining too, but I'm gonna tell you, I actually called the draw after the 12th.
Okay.
The reason I said it was a draw, I just didn't think Fury did enough to take the belt.
Okay.
You know, and that knockdown, it was devastating.
Yeah.
You know, and also Wilder, yeah, he got beat. I ain't gonna say he got beat every round,
Yeah.
but he did get outboxed. Versus, you know, he was just going for the knockout.
Yeah.
And I hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how he fought all his fights.
But that's how he fight all his fights. That's
Yeah.
what I was telling people in there. I was
Yeah.
like, man, he like this every fight. So what more can you expect out the guy?
Yeah. And he was
That's
like,
why he had so many KOs, right?
yeah. Like
everything a KO.
everything. Every fight he's fought has been a KO.
Except for one.
Yeah, except for one. But see, like his last fight with Ortiz, he was going for the knockout. And he, man, like I'm trying to tell
He
you,
almost got him though.
I almost got him, man. When I was watching that fight, I said, "Oh, Wilder's done." And I'm talking about for him to fight back, it showed us the heart of him, the heart of the lion that he had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know that he has, but you know, you saying that, position it that way, I definitely agree with you. I don't think Fury did enough to take the belt because you got to take it. When you're
Yeah.
coming in there.
He didn't take
But
it.
yeah, he didn't take it. He did outbox him, but he did not take it. So, but if Wilder would have got that knockout in the 12th,
It would have been a loss.
it would have been lost. Easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Easy.
I thought he needed 2 to win.
Yeah.
When he came into the 12th.
And what and the thing for me is the knockout in the 8th round wasn't that convincing. It just seemed like, you know.
I thought he slipped.
I thought he slipped
Until
too.
they
So
played the replay.
yeah, so I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? It was like that knockdown. It just didn't do it for me. So like, but man, it was a great fight. I'm looking forward to the rematch.
So no. Did you think? How can I say this? Was Fury not boxing enough? As an offensive wise, like, did you feel that he was just preserving himself?
He was in Wilder's head, man.
Oh, I think so too. From the moment like he came out, man. Listen, I thought he was on drugs. He was so giddy.
Yeah.
The whole fight he was getting like, and that's why I think like a lot of the audience people be like, oh, Fury really winning the fight. I think he was in control of the fight the whole fight.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought he never did nothing damaging or he never dominated. But he was taunting him,
Yeah.
putting his hands behind his back,
Yeah.
shaking his head, all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
That's what made it look so bad when Wilder was taking all those swings and missing.
yeah.
And then, dude turned him again and he stayed trying to do it. It just made him look weak for a second, but
So, do y'all think that as far as the heavyweight champion, that I'm a little older than y'all, but that y'all seen,
Mm-hmm.
he one of the best? Is he up there with the Tysons, the Holyfield?
Man,
Is he up there?
you know what? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
But I'll tell you this though, I don't see how Mike Tyson would even last with these boys though. So that's like, Mike Tyson was dominant, but like, Mike Tyson maybe 5'11".
Yeah.
Mike Tyson 5'11" against a 6'8" guy.
Yeah.
How would that fight look? That would be a hard fight to even like think
But
about.
The closest thing to it was Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis. And Lennox Lewis dominated Mike because of height and reach.
Right?
If Mike get on the inside of you,
It's over.
it's over with. Because he gonna overpower you. But Lennox kept him with that jab. I remember that fight, man. I was watching that fight like crazy. And like Lennox Lewis kept him like at that distance, man. So, these dudes are big. And Fury to me hit Wilder with some good punches.
Mm-hmm.
But that jab just kept working for him, man. It was like you had a boxer versus a street brawler.
Yeah.
But I think what got in Wilder's head was the fact that he could not hit him. Like Fury's defense, I think was underrated.
Oh,
Because Wilder was swinging, and you talking about somebody. Wilder normally is probably like a 49 percentile, like as far as laying punches. He was at 12.
12.
Yeah.
12%. Like, dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think we underrated his defense ability because that dude's head was moving. He had to,
He made his body real small.
Exactly.
The city was so big.
And it like he was slow.
In his chest area and up, he made that so small where Wilder couldn't even touch that.
Yeah.
And like, even though while he was throwing, he was hitting Wilder with roughly majority of his punches or a higher percentage. Man, to me, I thought Wilder was eating his punches where it didn't affect him. Like at no point did I ever think Wilder was in trouble in the fight. I just felt like he couldn't connect with him. But when he did connect, and honestly, it went a long way where there was no combos thrown by Wilder. The only combos I actually remember was the ones that was knockdowns.
Yeah.
And that first knockdown, I thought it was a trip up.
Yeah.
But that second one, but he connected, I thought it was over. And
Wilder thought it was over.
Everybody thought it was over because
That thing sounded like he was already falling, but when he caught him again with that lip, that thing said, wow. I was like, oh yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's over with. And that dude laid there and then just literally was like, all right then. Got on up. I was like, oh dang. This dude is on crack for real.
He did the Undertaker.
He rolls over
Yep.
like the Undertaker.
That's exactly how he rolled up.
And but hey, it was a good fight though. I think a rematch is needed
Klitschko brothers.
versus Wilder. Oh man, I never really liked the Klitschko brothers.
I didn't either, but they still got the belt, right?
No.
They don't.
Wilder got it. Wilder and your boy, Joshua.
Joshua.
Yeah.
Okay.
Overseas, right?
Yeah, what y'all think about Joshua though?
He
Since
cold
we won
though.
He's solid. But they keep saying like, why do they keep asking for that fight? And they said Joshua Campbell not responding.
Yeah. I think it.
Dude, you gotta beat this dude first.
Who? Fury?
No, yeah, Wilder gotta beat this dude.
Nah, you honestly, they've been talking.
They've
Joshua
been talking.
just been avoiding it. I think this could have been him and Joshua this past weekend.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And because at one point they was talking like, come to
Wait,
UK.
time out. So,
Yeah, they
wait,
wanted
wait
him
a
to come
minute.
to UK.
I met Deontay Wilder at a game at the Classic,
Mm-hmm.
and so his hand was jacked up
Mm-hmm.
when I messed him. His hand still messed up.
Mm-mm.
No doubt it.
The reason why he probably
Yeah, I think his hand was like broke. Because when he fought in Birmingham, his hand was messed up then.
listen,
Oh yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
So he had the hand up. When I took a picture with him, he had the hand, and this mug was
Swollen?
all jacked up. I mean,
I think that was from the Ortiz fight.
probably so.
But
Yeah.
Even at the classic this year?
No. It was a while. 2 years.
Mm.
It might have
oh
been
yeah,
last
no,
year.
that
Last year or 2 years ago, one of them.
Oh, I got a question. Mike Tyson, Holyfield, right?
I was in Memphis.
the ear.
Yeah.
I was in Memphis.
Do you think was Mike Tyson, was it called for him to bite his ear? I always want to ask people that. Like, if you remember watching that fight,
Mm-hmm.
I just remember
He was gonna- he
Holyfield
was gonna-
hugging him
He was
so
gonna
much.
lose. He was gonna lose.
Exactly.
He actually
You
was.
thought Mike was gonna lose?
Mike definitely.
I think Mike
He was
felt
losing.
as if
He-
I think Mike felt as if he was gonna lose.
Okay.
That so now when Holyfield is just trying to maintain and hold on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like I'm in control, and I don't want to lose it. So sometimes it's like yours to lose
Uh-huh.
versus like you just gotta go out and get it. It's like that in basketball and all that too. So like the mistakes that he wasn't trying to make no mistakes to lose the fight, and Mike was just like, man, I'm gonna lose this fight again.
Okay. I understand that point of view.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lose this fight again. So let me not lose it. So I'll bite him.
He get disqualified.
Not necessarily thinking that he was gonna get disqualified. He was just trying to do it on the slick.
Yeah,
It was the reaction of Holyfield. Like Holyfield, he like, you know what I'm saying? It was that reaction that got him disqualified.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Because they didn't know that he bit him. Because that if they hugged up, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that dude bit skin off of his ear.
He bit
Man, he bit me off.
But he had to bite through a mouthpiece.
No, he spit the mouthpiece out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he spit,
Yeah.
like when they was wrapped up, he spit it out. Then bit him. But like the thing is, I think when somebody's used to, I think it's just in life, man. When somebody's used to dominating, and you are on the verge of, you're not dominating how you used to dominate. It's just, I think Mike was just frustrated.
Right.
Like even if let's say Mike was winning the fight, Mike wasn't dominating the fight like he has dominated everybody else.
Gotcha.
He wasn't getting them out quick. He wasn't, like it wasn't a knockout. And then it was like Holyfield looked at him like, "You're not the monster that I'm afraid of." You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of matches that Mike won because people was just real deal afraid of him.
Right.
Like that dude was like, it's like a Rottweiler coming in here. You know what I'm saying? Like you just automatically start running. Like he could real deal be a nice Rottweiler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think a big part of it was like he felt like he lost his control, his ability to control a boxer, to control a match, and I think he was just frustrated, man. I think that's what it boiled down to.
How many nice Rocklanders do you know? Pitbull.
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
All right. We're going to get into subject matter.
Let's do it.
Man, how long you been a sneakerhead? Since you, like, I wanted to say collecting, but I'm going to just say a sneakerhead. How long you been? I think I really got in, let me think, 08 was when I got into it for real. So, but that was because I started making money. Like before that, I was getting one pair of shoes a year and just liking stuff. But
So when we say like a sneakerhead, we talking like
I'm talking about let's say collecting. Let's like not really just buying the shoes. I'm more like on my buy these, but I'm not wearing these every day.
yeah.
Type action.
Okay.
I would say I was started in.
Back in the day when
I would say 06.
06.
06.
Your own stuff.
When I started buying my own sneakers. And
Okay.
it was what I always liked sneakers, but my mom and grandma, they like, nah, you get these 1 or 2 pairs and this gonna be it.
Hey, that's
Okay,
more than a lot of people.
Yeah, that's how my mom
2
was.
pairs? 2 pairs, man. That's. Hey,
Two
you
pairs.
can't-
Two pairs for the whole school.
Get in the school.
Hey,
And
yeah.
then when Christmas comes, you get another 2 pair.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was.
You
But-
full.
I was yeah.
But man, I really got into it. I started working at Marty's,
Okay.
and I met a guy from Birmingham, and talking to him and actually learning about the things with like the details in shoes and like the meaning behind it, that what made me really get into it and buy shoes and start taking care of them.
Mm-hmm.
Not really buying multiple pairs because I know I'm gonna put this pair up and I'm gonna wear this pair. So I would say 06, man.
06.
Yeah.
What was your first shoe you brought with your own money?
First shoe I bought
And
with
what
my
year?
own money. I think it was
these us too.
the Burgundy Fives might have been.
Okay.
That's good shit to buy.
Burgundy Fives.
Woo! I still got them?
No, I do not.
Alright.
That's crazy.
Let's go, Amy.
Let's see. So like, I have been loving sneakers, you know, but I like everybody else. Like, you know, you love them, but you can't afford them. You know what I'm saying? So like, my mom be like, nah. Like, I would get 1 pair of shoes at the beginning of the year, school year, and I get 1 pair of shoes at Christmas. But like me buying my own and really getting it was honestly when I moved to Huntsville. I moved to Huntsville February 2011, and I remember the first pair I was hanging around with T Large, and that's I think 2011 is when I really became like a sneakerhead, started buying to collect like at that point because it was all shoes that my mom couldn't buy me. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that I wanted, and I would go back and so like the first pair that I bought when I started collecting was the 3. And like I remember they had came in, and also that Christmas is when the Concords had came out. And I remember that, so like T Large like got them for me. Like so like them were the 2 I had because I think the 3s came out Black Friday, and then the Concords came out Christmas. Right there before Christmas, man. So like I had got both them pairs, and I was like, it was like a drug for me at that point because it was like, oh crap, I can get my own shoes now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like something went off in my head, and I was like, man. And I just started going crazy, like all the shoes that I missed out on, all the shoes that I wanted to get, like, or I lost as I was like growing up, and you know, just started rebuying them. But yeah, man, 2011.
I'll never forget that Concord release.
Oh man,
that was crazy.
Because that Concord release, I was fresh down here. That Concord release was stupid, like crazy.
Everybody got their story about them.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, I sat in bed and had a guy in finish line. I'm nervous. I'm talking to everybody on the phone. I'm like, forget it. I done got up and went up there just in case I don't get up there. Man, it was crazy. Just saw the madness, man. Like people arguing, fighting, pushing, shoving. A guy's standing in line. What did he do? His gun fell out of his pocket. It was just so much, man. I just saw so much there.
Security guard. You remember that story about the security?
People sneaking into the actual mall, spending the night in the bathroom.
Really?
Man, yeah, man. It was crazy. Yeah.
I was in the parking lot. I didn't go in. I didn't care for.
Who's at Madison?
Madison Square.
T has some liquefied me a pair, so I was going up there with my little god brother to see if he could get a pair. And we stood in the line Well, I kind of just chilled on the side and was just watching people and talking to other people. And the security guard, she came up and she kind of stood in front because the line was getting kind of crazy. She stood in front like she was trying to man the line. And when they opened up the gate, she slid under there and got 2 pairs.
Oh.
And folks went crazy. Like, they was like, oh, man, blah, blah, blah. They was like trying to fight him, trying to catch him. She took off, though.
I mean, boss.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah, bro. I was good, though. I had,
It was fun, but crazy.
yeah.
Not me. Not me.
You and Karen. You know,
2011?
yeah.
Nah, he was good.
I was Gucci.
You had the pair from 95, 96 then.
I had, we talking about cardboards?
Yeah.
I had the ones from '01.
Go one.
You got
So,
you got to find a moment pack too, don't you?
yeah, I got them.
Oh yeah, he got them.
Alright. So, you know, like, what, they come out this weekend, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably post something saying, this is real.
He gonna be like, he gonna post it and be like, have fun out there.
Yeah, this is the real pair. They did.
And you know what? The crazy thing is about it now, back then I had the chance to buy a pair. I didn't want to buy an entire pack.
Because,
I was like, no way, I'm spending, what was it?
$300?
$300.
and guess who had to pay $300 with a discount? Me. I had to pay $300 and I could get a discount. They wouldn't let no discounts. It wasn't number 23 pair in the city.
Yeah. I remember that.
I remember that.
They had a rumor saying that it was security guards walking the people out to their car that had bought a pair.
I was in Tunica when they dropped.
They was like, yeah.
Man,
They was like,
Pick
yeah.
on my money.
the only reason I didn't buy the pack was because I didn't like the 6s at the time.
Oh, God.
I like the 6s better than I like the 11s now.
Sure enough.
Man.
I'm a 6.
It took me years, actually, I hate to say this, it took for me to see somebody else with them on. I seen Big Crit, we went to a concert.
Yep, I was
He
just
had
about to
them
say
on,
that.
and I was like,
Gotta find them.
You messed
this
up.
is the worst decision I've ever made.
I got a picture of them still.
Golly.
When you become a sneakerhead, goddamn.
Man, so I'm older than all of y'all. So I'm gonna tell you for real. So my mom, just like we all have the same story
Pretty much.
as far as like our parents.
Yeah.
But my first shoe that I ever bought, I had to spend half, and that was with my mom. I had to spend half with my mom. It was the Chris Webber. It was the CW2. It wasn't even the Sensation. It was the CW2. So back then at Foot Locker, they was dropping like, so the white ones came out and the black ones. So like now it's just kind of like, you know, the white ones come out this week and then 2 months later the black ones come out. So they dropped the same day.
Yeah.
So the white was sold out. And I was like, all right, I'll take the black. But, you know, I was like, man, so my mom said that was like her last year buying me sneakers. Like, she was like, I'm done. So the thing about it was, just growing up, I had sneakers, and I had multiple pairs of sneakers, but they wasn't nothing that everybody wanted. So like, I remember probably when I was like in the 5th grade, Cortez's was hot.
Okay.
It was the nylon Cortez, like $29, something like that. My mama took me to Shoe Carnival and got me the leather $49 Cortez. I'm like, all black. I wanted the black and white. I had the leather, so my shoe was actually a better shoe, but it wasn't what everybody else had.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
But she never bought me like the E-Tonics, the LA Lights, the BKs, and nothing like that. And you know, I might just, so 93 was the first year that I had to buy my shoe. Then the next year, I started working at the shoe store.
It was a wrap anyway.
Hey, Chris, how old is you, man?
40.
Oh.
Yeah, man, 93. So 94, 95, I started working at the shoe store.
Okay.
And man, ever since then, like all my chicks went back to the store.
Yeah, you buy sneakers.
But you know, it was like I was in the Air Maxes, but you know, and then I went off to college, but I still worked there. So I come home on the weekend and work. Then I left that college and came back home. man, it was a wrap after that. Like, that's when I really started getting money. Yo.
Oh dear.
I mean, yeah, like Danielle said, we all pretty much start off with the same story. You know, loving shoes, parents not paying their price for as many of them. And so, you know, for me, like, even though I couldn't get every one of them that I want, I just get online, read about it, you know, read magazines, all that stuff. So, I always had an appreciation for shoes. And also just like doing chores around the house, cutting neighbor's grass, stuff like that. Making a little money, go get the 2 for 40. I mean,
2 for 59.
2 for 59.
2 for 89.
Stuff like that.
Them was New Balances and Reebok.
Reeboks,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Reeboks,
You know,
Soldier Reeves.
with the ice blue on the bottom.
Yep.
Man, that's crazy.
And Jabos.
But I can recall saving up to buy my first pair of shoes, which was the
Probably bought it for me. Liz, now you did, cause I think you told me.
what was the low top twos, the white and red low top twos.
Okay.
I remember my mom, she had got me the white and blue ones for Christmas. And I went to the store and seen that they had those as well and they had them on sale, so I grabbed those and that was my first pair I officially bought on my own. But what year was that? I know I was still in high school.
05, maybe.
Probably like 04, 05.
Well, I'm gonna sound old then. The first pair I brought, 95 or 96, Dennis Rodman's.
Oh, I had them.
Black with the white check on
And
the
the
side,
the laced up on the side. I had them too.
And that was, I think that was the same year the Concords came out.
91.
And 95, 96,
Yeah.
I was in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
No, I was in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
And man, I wanted the Concords, but my mom wasn't on that level. They wouldn't give me that bomb.
But they was cheap.
They was cheap, but listen, we was living in Baton Rouge at
They
the
was
time.
cheaper than them in the trucks.
Listen, they was, I'm gonna just say this.
That was $25 more.
I'm gonna say this. They was basically getting you for your shoes back then.
Yeah.
And so my mom wasn't having that, bro. And so them the trucks, they wasn't popular though.
Nah, not the dentist.
Them Concords though, man, it was a cat named Anthony. That boy, his mom used to get that boy shoes like middle of the day, go pick him up. He come to school with the shoes on.
Yep.
Switch out at lunchtime or something.
Yep.
And that used to irk me, man.
It was always one kid in school that got every shoe, got checked out early.
Yeah.
You know, it would happen like once, maybe a year for me. But
Never.
I did good. Show moms, I was doing good. Show the report card. Oh, the Jordans come out this week. Okay, I'm gonna come check you out and go get them, bring you back to school. And I remember one time we went to was it Joseph Feet? Went to go get some shoes during the day, and seen dude running out the store with the shoes in his hand, like stole them. And she was like, we gotta go. Get back in the car. I messed my whole day up, man. I was mad, man. Dude took off though.
But you know, so for me, even though I worked at the shoe store, man, I first learned about FDs, and it's like factory defect. So like you take your shoe and you swap it out for another shoe. Man, so I tried to do that with them blue 12s. So I went to Lee, and them was our colors, cause it had the navy, and then it had the baby blue on the back. So so my homeboy who worked with me, his mama let him check out to go get them, but I rode to school with him. So my mama wasn't having that checking out. So what I did was, when we got to school, I just let the seat back. and was hiding until he got back in to check out, and then I just walked back in when we went back to school. Like I've been there. I ain't
Okay.
never-
Anybody else had a factory defect before?
But that's how I tried to get. That's how I was trying to get the shoe. So I ended up having to pay for the shoe anyhow, because I was like, nah, we ain't doing that.
And I had
We used to
The-
just do it for fun.
11 and 30 pack, a 28 pack, the Pantone Blues. Bro, Pat Leather came in like somebody had sprayed a cleaner on it.
What's the year of that though?
That was
A couple years
a couple
ago.
years ago. I got him.
Listen, I called Nike. They was like, if you send them back, we're gonna refund your money. I was so mad I kept them though. Because I knew, but the crazy part now, like you could just get it for the cost of the pack.
Mm-hmm.
So, but man, then I was just like, nah, I send these jewelers back. I ain't gonna find them.
Yeah.
And I just kept them. Man, I hate wearing them. Just because it's like it's dull.
Yeah.
But hey,
Man,
I thought that would work though, like calling in and be like, you know, they like, all right, we'll swap it out for you. Lady said, nah, you
Well,
send
you
them
know,
back?
but see, the crazy thing, so back in the day, that used to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you take it to the store, like at Foot Locker, you bring it to the store. Like, you just come in with what you got on. And let's say you want the Concords, we'll just swap them out. You know what I'm saying? That's how lax it was.
Mm-hmm.
But then even further back in the day, when I was in like elementary school, they used to call Nike and be like, hey, my shoe messed up. And Nike say, send it to us, they'll send us something comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll send you the same shoe. That's before like all the stock started, you know, like Nike was Nike, but they wasn't now Nike.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we kind of answered that one already. Man, tell me this. How much you paying for sneakers? That's the big question. Like, you can tell us, if you want to tell us the most you ever paid. And, like, we're not talking about general release shoes. We're talking like something exclusive. What's your rate? How much you gonna pay for it?
it really depends on the shoe, man.
Yeah. It really depends on how bad I want that shoe.
Okay.
And then it also depends on if we're talking about a designer or, you know, your Jordan, or your shoe you just really want.
All right. A better way. The highest shoe you, the most you ever paid for a shoe, outside of retail.
Non-designer?
Yeah.
Okay, non-designer.
Nike, Jordan,
Yeah.
Adidas,
Okay.
Reebok.
The triple black 750s.
All right.
Was that easy?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, triple black seven.
I think it was 6 and worn.
Ooh. Okay. That's good. So you like the shoe?
I really love that's the best. I feel like it's the best shoe I have.
That's a cold shoe.
And it's super comfortable.
Uh-huh.
It's like walking on clouds.
Really?
Yes.
That boost.
That boost material.
Yep.
I never wore Yeezy before.
I
There's your
always,
thing. Yeah.
I always recommend, you know, if you have it, try
Try
to
it.
get a pair of 750s, man.
So now, do they feel like Clarks? Them 750s?
Man, I've had Clarks, man. They
But
feel
like,
better to me.
Okay.
yeah, cause that,
It's just the boost,
yeah, that,
Mm-hmm.
from what I'm told.
Like,
That's a
it's
comfortable
soft,
shoe.
man.
I
It's
got
that's a
soft.
comfortable shoe.
It's very
What time-
soft, man.
I'm gonna say the
Now-
try Ultra Boost if you want to try something a little cheaper.
Uh-huh.
That's still 200.
180. Try. I mean, but
I
then
might as well get the Yeezy.
So I just got my first one.
Which ones you get?
I got them whatchamacallits, the ones that just dropped with the gum bottom.
Oh,
Sesame.
the
Sessions.
Okay.
I just got them. And I put them on and I'm just like, I don't know what the hype is about.
Oh.
Man,
But this is what I'm gonna tell you though, Will. this is what I'm gonna tell you right here. So when I first started at Foot Locker, the first shoe that I bought on discount, I was in like Dallas or something, was Adidas. And I came back, I'm like, man, I got the Adidas, ain't nobody got them, blah, blah, blah. So I was wearing to work, and I swear, it was 1 week later, it felt like the cushioning, how they felt in the store, versus how, you know, they were then, I ain't like it. So every Adidas that I ever had, I'm just like, you know, so, you know, Air Force One went out, and I needed small white shoes, so I get a shell toe. 2 wears, and I'm done.
Yeah, but that, I mean, that's a shell toe.
It's the same thing. I mean, you know, but I'm just saying. But so with the Sesame, so I got that Sesame last week, and I put it on. I'm like, did my foot grow? It didn't. It's just so tight in the front.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you this though,
definitely snug.
the fact that Kanye went to Canada with the manufacturing
They
now,
switch.
the sizes of it is smaller, fits smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you get the earlier V2s, like the first Belugas,
Yeah,
all that, they fit bigger.
they do.
They fit. They
They
come.
look like bigger. But see, I also got the human racers, the Pharrells. So I
You
got.
didn't show nothing.
I got.
He's slick now.
I got those that pack that I got one from this last pack that just dropped, the black one, and then I got one from the pack that dropped before that white, black, red.
Speaking of, like, you can get them for below retail now.
Yeah, I sold them.
Crazy.
I sold them, but you know, like those was like the shoe. So with the human racers, I put them on, and I'm just like, I need a smaller size.
Yeah.
So like now, I'm like, I got the one pair. They for sale. They on the chopping block. Cause I can put 2 fingers at the front of my foot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
But I like that 750 though. I like that 750.
Show nothing.
I'll
I'm
never
not
do it again though.
not an easy guy.
Have you ever
Yeah.
tried the Ultra Boost though?
Nah. So when my
Ultra
Rod
Boost.
told me about them like
They
way
definitely
before they
go.
started
I
jumping.
love them.
Rod told me about them, so he got them creams. He had all of them.
But yeah, you know, Kanye did that whole picture of him jumping in the air in concert with him on, and folks went crazy for him after that. So.
Yeah, I'm good.
Like now you can catch them on sale.
Well, you know, they were releasing all the ones. So, like, the 2 through 4 suck. Honestly, like the design.
Yeah.
So, that 1 is the one that you really want.
Yeah.
So, but all of them was so hard to get back then. Now they re-releasing it like he had 3 pair and sold all 3 and bought a car.
Wow.
So, that just tell you, like, the resale of them, but they ain't reselling like that no more.
Going down. That's
I
every
caught
stop.
a pair for like 110.
Oh, see, there you winning.
Yeah. And
You really winning.
like it got to the point where that was the only shoe that was just like outside of all the boxes and stuff. It was right there by the door, and I gotta go somewhere, throwing them on real quick because they that comfortable. So I don't know, man. As far as the feel of the 350s versus them, it's apples and oranges. Like the 350 got that, it's got all that extra stuff inside of them.
I actually heard the 500 is straight.
I ain't never
What you
tried
do?
one of them.
What you got? What's your most expensive shoe, buddy? Oh, pal.
Probably the most I paid for a shoe is probably when Yeezy was with Nike, and I got the Cream Boys. I got them recently.
What now?
A dude had them. He wore them twice, and we were talking. He said he wasn't gonna sell it because he actually was selling another shoe and had that shoe in the background. And so I messaged him. I was like, "Yo, how much for that?" And then he was like, "Oh, I put it on there." I was like, "Nah, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the Yeezy behind it." So he was like, "Man, I ain't selling them." Da da da. I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "If you ever think about it, let me know." So then he wrote me back, said, "How much would you offer?" So I lowballed him at first. I told him 5, And he was like, "You gotta be kidding me." I said, "I just want to see what you was gonna say."
Right. Got to try it out.
So he hit me back and said 7, and I said, "Deal."
What?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Got for 700.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yep.
Folks do that on purpose too, by the way.
Yep.
That picture
Yep.
with the shoe in the background.
Yep.
Like a little small flex. Like, I'm selling you.
Yeah. But let me show you what I got.
Yeah, let me show you what I
Let me
really
show you what's
got.
in the arsenal. Yeah, because he had quite a bit of heat back there, but it was just I had no pair of any Yeezys when Yeezy was with Nike. No
Okay.
pair.
So this a one? That had to have been a one, right? Because
with the strap.
So the 2 is the one with the solar red.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
That Justin probably would have wore up here.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. I remember Justin got that shit. We was in church.
Sit down.
We was in that man. He got up.
Took off
As
running.
soon as church was over, he ran up to the pulpit. Pastor, you not going? I said,
I got them Yeezy.
I said, man,
They got
what?
what? I didn't have no service over there.
I was in Do Not Disturb. I never forget it. I never forget it.
Now you mad at God.
Group chat was going off. I said, man, I can't be in church with group chat going off like this. So I never forget, it was like 11:20 something. I never forget, he just took off running out the sanctuary.
Yeah,
Yep, he showed
I
did.
went to the bathroom.
I'll never forget
I
this.
just got these Yeezys.
He showed did. He came back in with the biggest smile on his face. I'm like, what's wrong with him?
Sunday
Man,
morning.
that boy told me, and I was like, yeah. So yeah, it was an easy one, man. And that's of course non-designer, shoe, but man, like I like that shoe.
Gotcha.
I really like that shoe. But for me, it was more so because I got a few pair of Yeezy when Yeezy crossed over to Adidas. I love them 750s. Like I got the gray ones, I got the brown ones, I got the black ones. I like those. No, I'm just saying.
You got the whole connection.
No, I'm just saying like because he was talking about how much. He was just talking about how like the 750s are a dope shoe to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like at first, like when I first saw them, I was like, that's like a space boot. And then
That's what I thought too. Man.
But then
the style of pants changed.
Yup. Yeah, and that's
what really probably makes that shoe more look better.
Yup.
Because like once you
it's
start,
the taper look around the
the
ankle.
Yeah, once you have like before that you got them not necessarily baggy pants, but they was
Almost boot cut.
Now you go from
the style switched up.
the
The style switched up, which made the shoe look
it
even
makes it
better.
look better.
Yeah, so man, that's
It probably, just probably seeing other people wearing them will make you have an appreciation for
Well, the
them.
crazy thing, the thing about it is like these, I wouldn't buy them. I wouldn't buy these pants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
It's not you.
Yeah.
but it wouldn't even fit me. Number one, because of the, you know what I'm saying? In the era that I grew up in, it was like if you flooding, they talked about you.
Yeah.
So now, all my basketball boys, they all come in the gym and they pants all the way up to their calves, and I'm like, bro, you
What is in?
I need my pants to sit on my shoe.
Right there behind the
It took me 3 years to get into joggers.
Yeah.
Like I used to
still
clown
I
up
still
on
can't
it.
But now you like them.
Now I like them.
I
Like the
can't
few
wear
pair
it.
of jeans that I do on, and I put them on with regular shoes, be like, man, where my shoe at? So now, at one point, I went under the limit, I know it would get like a 32. I started getting a 30. And then in the beginning, the 30 was okay. Then I started realizing like my shoes still hitting in these 30s. And so now it's just joggers.
Yeah.
Unless I'm wearing some chinos or something.
Yeah.
And I don't really care. At that point, I don't really care how to shoot. But then I was watching, I seen something, man. The boys, they wearing high water chinos.
Yeah, I mean that's the look, but they wearing them with the slippers.
Yeah.
No socks. Like, you know, I was just like, it took me a while to not wear socks.
Oh, no, I'm still not in that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
When Jesus was rapping about wearing his Air Force Ones with no socks, we was like, whoa, what?
Depends on what shit.
Let me get some low cuts.
Forces with no socks.
Let me get some low
You
cuts.
ever see Shannon Sharp?
Yeah.
Dress shoes, sneakers, no socks.
Yeah.
I don't see how you do it.
Yeah.
Especially in dress shoes.
And I follow a few celebrities on Instagram. Shannon Sharp is somebody I do follow. His sneaker game is nice.
Oh, yeah.
His sneaker game is real nice.
Did you ever watch the story about how he get most of his stuff?
He getting it on love.
He get
Oh, yeah.
Like, for real.
and he trade game tickets.
Yeah, he trading.
Like he trade game tickets.
Going to the game and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Oh, yeah. So he ain't even paying money for his shoes.
Oh, yeah.
So for real.
Well, I can't. I can kind of see that. I can see that. I mean, because people will send you the love, like, be like, hey, can you just shout out my business?
Oh, see, you know what? I'm all for that.
Can you pray for me?
Yeah. They be like,
But you gotta think, man, you have an audience.
yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
easy. Like for me, like if I'm a new, to me it makes sense. If I'm starting up and I'm a third party seller,
Right.
and I don't have no following yet, and this dude got a following, he known for wearing whatever.
Right.
So I take, like if I came up on a shoe, I pay retail for it. That's a $200 investment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Into my business. Please just shout me out.
But you know what?
saying?
People don't see it that way.
Yeah, of course not.
And so
Of course not.
when you understand, I'll say this. With me, I say my mouth or my conversation is my advertisement down
Yeah.
with people. So, but some people they think they gotta spend this money.
Yeah.
But it's just a barter.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
It's
buddy,
a barter.
you like this? Here, take that. Because you imagine, let's just say your audience is there, you only need 10% of the audience to come over.
Yep.
You made that money back instantly.
That's it, man.
Probably 10 times over.
Hey, real quick, but shout out to Asian David. No, dead serious.
Uh-huh.
On the giveaway to the kids.
Sure enough.
That man, real talk, and not to plug me, but
Yeah.
like when they used to come in, I used to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So, but that goes such a long way with these kids nowadays.
Yeah.
Because they really need that. I mean, they struggle like we struggle.
Yeah.
But they have a whole lot more on them too.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids, they the man of the house.
Yeah.
They the mamas, the daddies. Man, shout out to you, man, for doing that because those kids need it.
Yeah.
And to be recognized, because one thing that I don't know if y'all parents said it, but the one thing my dad and my mom said was, I ain't rewarding you for doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what
All
I'm
the
saying?
time. All the time.
So you know what I'm saying? Just rewarding them for keeping up the grades.
Yeah.
You know, making sure that that was a big thing, man.
Yeah, man, I went home and it was crazy because I had been saying man, I'm gonna do a shoe giveaway. And a lot of times in your head you got a way that you want it to be, so you never do anything. Because you be like, man, I want it to be this type of way. Like I'm that person. I'm like, man, but I want it to be, I want to have this and I want to have this. But man, it was a true, I literally, J. Cole came over to the house. I get J. Cole shoes all the time to go hoop in. He always be wanting a Kobe. I want a Kobe to hoop in. So I was like, man, I got one I ain't worn forever, man. Come on to the house. So he came over to the house and we were sitting in the shoe room and I'm sitting on the floor. And I'm like, hey man, record.
Shoe room.
and so I'm like, hey man, record this video of me, real quick. I'm gonna put it on Instagram. And we did it, man. We had I just planned on giving, because I was giving out of my own collection. So I just planned on giving 5 to 10 pairs of shoes away.
Gotcha.
And that's why I made it size 12 or 13, because that's what I wear. So, but then man, we got over 100 emails from parents.
Oh wow.
Single parents, mothers, single fathers, everything. So we only picked one person out of Huntsville. Like I did it for
Oh no.
I did it for everybody. Like so, but I ended up doing 22 pair of shoes.
Okay.
Yup.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
The company whose shirt you had on.
Oh yeah. Like so when I did the video, it's crazy. I did the video and I had a He Rose shirt on. It's this company that I was speaking at in Atlanta, and they had a vendor table, so I bought like a whole bunch of their shirts. You know, I try to support whoever doing it, whatever. So I just happened to have that T-shirt on. So when I did the video, I had that T-shirt on, and so I'm talking with the T-shirt. So the dude DM me and was like, "Hey, for with all the shoes that you give away, I'm gonna send a shirt."
Okay.
So when they got the shoes, they got a shirt.
Right.
Or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I did like individual notes to all of them, just hey man, keep up the good work, you know, and then told them how to submit their grades at the beginning of the year. Because if they make honor roll, I'm gonna double back. I'm gonna double back on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, that's big.
It is, man.
That's real big.
And when I seen him do it, I think I had messaged him about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because you was like asking me about your size.
And I ended up giving away 2 pair of shoes that I had in my collection as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had, because my mother had said something to me about it, because she was like, she wanted to give something to a kid that need, and I was like, man, it's crazy, AD doing this, doing that. And she was just like, well, all that stuff you got. I was like, I was thinking about it. I had just asked him about it. And he was like, well, he was doing size 12, but I wear a 10. So I was just like, okay. So I had talked to my wife about it, and I was just like, she was just like, just reach out to somebody at work that you know. And whoever they know. And give them a pair of shoes and wear a size 10. And so happened, this guy I work with, you know, I kind of seen him walking around. I seen his work shoes and stuff. They wasn't up to par. You know what I mean? So, and I stopped him one day and was like, hey man, where you from? And he was just like, man, I just moved from Puerto Rico. And he was just like, I'm down here to make money, this and that. And I was like, okay. So I was like, you have kids or whatnot? And he was like, yeah, I have 2 sons. They're in high school. I was like, okay. I said, what size they wear? And he was like 10 and 10 and a half. And it hit me like,
that's it.
Look at God.
Yeah, man. Like,
too. And man, when I gave them to him, and I told him, because I didn't want, now, I kind of do, I try to stay humble with the things I do. I try not to, you know, brag about what I do. It just seems like it comes back more in my favor when I do that. So, I kind of told him to meet me in the parking lot at work, and I gave him the shoes. I come back inside, everybody's praising me, and I'm just like, man, I do this type of stuff all the time, you know what I'm saying? But that, it motivated a lot of my coworkers to be like, man.
Take a deeper look.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing too. I think like part of it is like, you know, we do a lot of stuff in the community that people don't know.
Right.
We pay a lot of rent.
Right.
We pay a lot of light bill, whatever the case is. We do a lot of that. Yeah, we do a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? But like, but it's certain things. So you see how like the generosity. A lot of times you got to show people, like, yo, like this is what we doing. Not necessarily for a brag or to boast. Right. It's to really spread that love feeling. Like, cause like you saw the shoe get what I'm doing. You reached out to me, but then it started making you think like, man, you know, there's somebody probably around you, like you, that happened with a conversation with you and your mom. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like you've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? When you was working in the shoe store, but it brings awareness to like those that are around us that we come in contact with every single day that may be in need. Right. And I think, man, like for me, I had to look at it like, cause I was like, man, nah, I'm gonna do this little quiet thing. And I was like, no, let's make it a thing. Let's make kids be like, yo, I want to get some shoes from Pastor AD. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm about to get on my grades. What better way to do that is to tell people what you're doing? Because there's nothing for me to thrive to. I got a kid now in Orlando, Florida, that I'm mentoring now because of the shoe giveaway. He didn't make it. He didn't have the grades to. Okay. But he kept DMing me like, I'm getting my grades together. His mama DM'd me and was like, yo, when I tell you my son's been coming home, studying, we just got his report card. This dude made straight A's. Okay. She was like, never has he done that.
That's amazing.
So I'm about to send him some shoes, next week. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff if we don't tell people what we're doing, a lot of times people don't have anything to thrive towards.
Right.
So it's like, so man, certain things I think we need to.
Especially the youth.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Especially the youth.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's hard to get off.
No, it's good. We need that because you want. I'll say this: my sister, that she's not even on social media,
Yeah.
hit me with the link and was like, "You see what AD doing? How you doing?
How you see this?
And she don't be on social media for real. So I like it,
Yeah.
because I'm a giver.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, you
at
are.
the end of the day,
Yeah.
I'm all for like giving, finding creative ways to give, because at the end of the day, you gotta like them kids. Put like this. They know you, like, the kids may not look at you like we look at you.
Yeah.
The kids may look like, oh, he always fresh.
Yeah.
And that's what they like, yo, I want them sneakers, are like, they seen them on the web, now they want them.
Yeah.
But AD wear them on Sunday.
Yeah.
So now you giving that away, and it makes them like, yo, especially don't do something silly and be like, well, you can pick a shoe out my closet.
Yeah.
It's really gonna motivate them to change their life.
Yep. Like,
And that's what you want. At the end of the day, you want something to change their life versus to pacify what they're going through. Like, yo, you really want to be this way? This is what you got to do.
Yeah.
And it comes with it. Like, I always tell people, like, you just got to change your ways. All the stuff you see or you want, start talking about it.
So
It's
some,
coming.
Some of these kids, just by me working in the school system, just seeing them, a lot of times, like, all of us work.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get out and do the work. We'll do the lead work. We'll do whatever we need to do. We'll find a way to make whatever we have work.
Yeah.
So if we have less, we're gonna make that work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have more, we're gonna make that work too.
Yeah.
But like just seeing an AD or seeing a me or seeing a you or seeing a De'Aaron or Will, you know, like just working and putting forth the effort, that just makes it a whole lot better. And it's so rewarding because now AD has a kid that's in Orlando that was probably flunking out.
Right?
Probably not even caring about his
This
grades.
dude didn't even care. And I preach this to every kid that I come in contact with at Lee. I'm like, because the one thing that I did do is I worked at Huntsville High.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Lee. So I went from Johnson, Huntsville High to Lee.
Mm-hmm.
I seen what they had to offer at Johnson.
Right?
I went to Huntsville High and I was like, I'm in heaven. Let me be a teacher tomorrow. Sign me up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to Lee and I was just like, this is what y'all think? Coming from Huntsville High, because those kids was like, I'm like, you know, what you gonna do when you graduate? Oh, I'm gonna go to Auburn. I'm gonna go to Alabama. I'm gonna be a lawyer. I'm gonna be a nurse.
Yeah.
Because guess who? They mamas and their grandmas.
They putting it in them.
You know what I'm saying? And then I come to Lee, I'm like, what you gonna do? I don't even know.
Yeah.
What's your GPA? I don't even know. So then even the top people in the class, in their class, they still don't even know what they gonna do.
Right.
And they like in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, man, so, you know, motivating a kid to do something and you, what, 600 miles away?
Yeah.
6,
Yeah.
7, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's big.
Yeah, and social media has made it to where it's made the world smaller.
Yeah.
You know, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
so man, so I think if we go on social media, and this is how I view it, we got a lot of negative stuff on social media.
Mhm.
So man, so it ain't nothing wrong with putting positive stuff. Like my cousin, we went on family vacation. We go over to Punta Cana.
Mhm.
So like when you get off the plane, like when you get out there, you know, you got a driver. If you don't have a driver hooked up, like everybody like trying to grab your stuff, trying to help you because they want tips.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was like a man was trying to help us with our bags, and I kept telling him, no, like I'm good. A driver right there. So he was just like, he kept saying his son. His son was sitting over there like chilling, like with like these like little, he had like some like kids on, like some,
Okay.
like some white like cloth type of shoe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were busted. You know,
Lacy
like
shoes back
yeah.
in
So
the
like
day.
but he was sitting over there on the thing. But you could tell like he was like a high school student, almost like age or whatever, like 16. So I was like, your son? He was like, yeah, my son. He was asking for money, you know, like to give him something to eat. So, you know, so I gave some cash, and then and he was like, thank you, gracias. So I was like, you know, man, you welcome, man. And then I just kept looking at him. kept looking at me. So my cousin was like, "You finna do something. You finna do something." So I like, so I walk over there. So I'm like, man, what's I was like, shoe size. So like, you got the translator app on your phone. So I'm talking to the translator like, what size shoe you wear? So I asked him, and then we pulled the thing back. He wore 12. So like, I had on some utility Air Max, just Vapor Max, utility Vapor Max, just traveling. So I took them off. Like my cousin was like, dude, like I'm about to record you. I was like, no, like this ain't for that. It's a time for, what I'm saying, like, but this right here, this ain't a giveaway. This ain't a, what I'm saying. This is just somebody that's in need. You know what I'm saying? We just meet a need. He was like, man, but that dog, I ain't never. I'm like, that ain't about that. Like I had 2 other pair of shoes in my suitcase. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm straight. So like when I gave to it, the dude just started crying. Like, man, like, are you serious? Like he kept saying whatever he was saying, but and I was like, man, like, so we just walked on off. I think it's that type of stuff, man, that gives people hope in people. Because man, we hear so much negative stuff about just people in general, especially right now. Like, it was been going on, but now it's advertised because it's available to us. So man, it's just one of those things where I think like, man, we need to use these platforms and use, even with us being sneakerheads and loving sneakers, we all the narrative for everybody at this roundtable discussion is we went through a season where our parents could not.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, well, not to say like, oh, we gotta always give something and, for somebody to do the right thing. Now, like, doing the right thing is doing the right thing, but we want to reward that in certain aspects too, if we possibly can.
Right. I don't mean to get a little bit off subject, but what made me really start giving was I had a situation that happened. I was up here at the Domino's, paying for a pizza, and a guy was at the window. I was paying for it, gave him 20. He gave me like $10 in change, and he was like, I keep the 10, right? So instantly, God always places something on my heart where it's like, he's in need, give him. And that day I questioned, I said, the whole 10, God? The whole 10? I said, maybe I can go to the store, bust this up, and give him 5 or something. But I drove off. I didn't give him that 10. And I felt every bit of it. Yeah. And it was just like, Will, you better than that. Like, you love people. You've been in that position where you've had 0, nothing. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I done got to that point where I love to see people happy, and you just don't know people's struggle, story, or just where they been, where they came from, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's just in my heart, man, to just give whatever. Like, I could just see somebody on the side of the road. You might not even ask me for nothing. I'll reach out, just give it to you.
Gotcha.
It's just, I don't know, man. Just actually seeing him give, it was just like, it's the right thing for me to do. I always want to do the right thing. Yeah. And like I said, when he just places something on my heart to do, I just feel good about it. Yeah. I could be feeling at my worst, but giving something away makes me feel. It makes me feel a whole lot better, man.
That happened to me one time.
Crazy.
Like, we recently had some renovation done on the house or whatnot, so I had to get all my shoes out. So I was talking to the young guy. He was there. He was working with his uncle, trying to make a little extra money or whatnot. And so he was just talking about how he liked to play basketball with his little cousins and stuff, but he was a little country boy, so all he played in was his little boots, little cowboy boots. And so he was talking about how much he liked D-Wade, LeBron, and all that. So I was like, cool, that's what's up, man. So I didn't get all of my shoes out at that point. Still was packing them up, so I was just, after we finished talking, he went back in the bathroom and started working on some stuff. And I went in my room and I was like, what size do I asked him. He's like, man, I weigh like 11 and a half or 12. And so I just came in the bathroom, bought them bathroom, and handed him a pair of shoes. And he was like, what are you giving me? You giving me these? I was like, yeah. Are you serious, man? No, for real, take them. He said, man, no, I can't take them, man. I don't know what my uncle was saying, whatever. I said, no, don't worry about it. I'll tell him, you know. So I ended up giving him 2 pair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like, yeah, man, I want when you go play basketball with your little cousins and stuff, I want you to have a good time and not worry about your feet being all messed up.
Right.
But, you know.
Man, that stuff changed people's lives, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I always, I act on repo, just on impulse, because I remember,
There was a time when we didn't have.
Right, exactly.
But you know, but the one thing that wasn't there was the people like us.
Right.
Like the heart.
I was just about to say that.
You know, and it's time to break them generational curses and stuff like that. So people with good hearts, whether we're using our platform, you preach.
Yeah.
You know, I teach. Sean, you do accounting, but like when I met you in a given. I met you doing my other job, and we just kept in contact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I feel like when I did that photo shoot for you and your family, I'm like, I owe him something. Because I felt like that was trash. You know what I'm saying? Like just the editing, I'm like, man. But you know, like just God just have a way of just bringing, you know, us back together. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like I said, I felt like looking back at it, I'm like, that's trash. Let me hook you up for free. But yeah, man, hit the list.
All right. Next question, man. How y'all think about the current state of the sneaker game? Like, is it worth it anymore?
it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I was about to, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's the perfect way to describe it right now.
Sometimes, I feel like you know it's a lot more internet based.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of being a sneakerhead, a lot of people were, you know, caught up in the excitement of going to go get a shoe.
Right?
Definitely.
Being able to secure a shoe and not having to worry about what's going to happen after you secure the shoe, you know, going to your car.
The first time camping was something serious to me, man.
Yeah, I've never camped.
Whoever can. I never can.
What?
Never.
Man.
What you counting for?
The gold
moment pack.
The 6s and 7s.
Man.
First time I ever camped.
The first time I had to run through the door.
Man.
Oh my God.
How long was it?
So me and my homeboy Tim, we pulled up at probably like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And it was already a good size line. And we was talking to this one guy, and he was like, man, he said, I've been waiting since 6 o'clock this evening. So I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you know, I got dropped off about 4 or 5, and went to see a movie, walked to the mall, just sat out here. I was like, you sitting out here like while the mall is open, and like, you know, I'm pretty sure people looking at you like you're crazy. He's like, yeah, I've just been sitting out here. So, long story short, we get out there one, talking to a bunch of good people like, you know, Fitch and T Large.
Yeah.
So the time kind of fly, but about 6 o'clock come, and the
In the morning?
Yeah, 6 a.m.
So that's 5 hours out there.
It was about 5:55. I look behind me, it's like a dude stretching, like he about to run a marathon. He back there like, yeah. As soon as that door open, all hell breaks loose. Everybody takes off running. And so, like, people had their stores of what stores they were going to. For the most part, everybody was going to City Gear. So, me and my homeboy and a few other people like T Large and Fitch, they was like, hey, we going to Hibbett's. And you know, a lot of people didn't know that Hibbett's had it.
Yeah.
So, man, yeah, we get, as soon as the doors bust open, the dude that I said was waiting out there since 6 o'clock in the evening fell flat on his face.
Oh.
Dropped his iPod, his wallet, everything.
Oh.
I hurtled over him. I'm running.
Well, you ain't nothing. You should have helped him up.
Everybody running.
Everybody running. I was second person in line. I was about 150. Fitz was in front of me. I don't know where he came from.
Yeah, so like it started, the line was like T and Fitch was in front of me. My homeboy Tim was in front of them.
At Hibbies.
And I was right there at Hibbies. And so, and like, dude behind me is like, bruh, I ain't know you a fat boy could run like this. Fastest running fat boy I ever seen.
Dude, so you, like, now, I ain't never camped out, but me and T would hit it pretty early. But like, when the House of Hoops opened in Birmingham, we hit it early. And then also like, I remember leaving here at like 3 a.m. in the morning. Leaving Huntsville at 3 a.m. in the morning, driving up to Birmingham, especially when those What the Kobe's came out.
Okay.
Man, that was.
I never forget.
And that was a shoot. Now, and what's so crazy?
Never forget.
T ended up getting it. I ended up missing it. I didn't get it, and I was pissed. I was so mad. And then yeah, and then he rolled with me. You know what I'm saying? And then I was so mad. But man, I ended up getting that shoe last year.
Okay.
I ended up getting that shoe last year.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't never count.
It was the worst one, the terrible.
I
Did you
did
get the shoe though?
I didn't count for a long time until that shoe, and I ended up getting it.
But even so, you know, I worked at Foot Locker for 14 years, so I never had to count. But then, like, I never did eBay until after I left Foot Locker. So then I was just like, well, I'll just get it off eBay. I'll get it off eBay. You know what I'm saying? That was my whole thing. But, you know, like, as far as like camping, I never. Now, I did go to All-Star in Houston, and you had to get a raffle ticket to get the pack. And I got the whole pack.
I remember that.
And that was the KDs, the Kobe's, the LeBrons, but also they released the Bread 4s.
Was this like the Area 72 joints?
Yeah. 2012.
Yeah.
So I didn't count, but I went and got a raffle ticket. But that raffle ticket just got you in the mall. So now I was supposed to go to the finish line or Foot Action or something, but you know, I just ended up going up to Foot Locker and I got everything, and I had to ship it all back home.
I remember that because you said I found some stuff and I got to ship it home.
Man, I got everything.
Yeah, I think that was the first shoe I count for though.
What shoe?
The Golden Moment pack.
Yeah.
I was always good. And actually, I was good on that shoe, but they had I trust, but
Man,
she always came through. But it was just like that pack. It was just like I don't know. Man, we almost died over that shoe, man.
Because the thing is, you know the person that's saying like I got you, you good, I got you. You know, in that moment when somebody throwing money at them, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll forget everything.
But see, the crazy thing about it, and I know for a fact, Will and De'Aris can contest to this. Like when I used to tell them I got you.
It was solidified.
I had it. Now, if I wasn't there,
It's on your own.
you're on your own.
What was crazy about that?
I got you, though.
What was crazy about that release was everybody in the mall opened at 6, except for Hibbies. So we sitting in line, cause like once everybody pretty much solidified which place that was in line, like it's right across from the food court. Chairs, we went and got chairs. All right, we know you first, we know you second. Anybody need to go use the bathroom? And people taking turns going to use the bathroom and stuff. They didn't open it till 9 o'clock. So we sat there for 3 hours watching people leave out, man.
What they know?
Leave with their bag, leave out, man. Threatening to shoot up the mall. Man, F this, I'm coming back with my gun. This is me. Y'all better not be here. This. Some people that was like, man, this store don't even got them. It's like, okay. Then people that was missing out was coming up and lining up behind us. Well, it's like, it ain't nothing but 11 pair here, so whoever behind such and such is done. Pretty much a cook. So But
Man, you used to be in them lines last week. So what size you wear?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
What size you wear?
Now you just gotta size up. But the crazy thing is, now this is the crazy thing. That's how I met Robin.
For real?
I met Robin in a line. I didn't meet Robin, I met his sister.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, yeah, you'll love my brother. And so I'm just like, why is it this old lady standing in this line? I mean, I'm talking about, they just got off the block.
Mm-hmm.
It smelled like weed. I was in line for some coats. So I'm texting my guy in Foot Locker. I was like, hey, make sure this lady right here, I don't care what y'all do, what you do up there, but make sure this lady right here get whatever she wants.
Right.
And that's how I met Robin, man.
That's nice. I waited 2 times in line. Success, no. First one was Crimson Farms at City Gate on Sparkman. Got there. I was in line, maybe more than an hour. Got in that joker, man. It was 113 in front of me. It's about 313s behind the counter. She said, oh no, these for the VIP people.
No.
Pissed me off. And so I left. And then I waited last year for the, this year. I waited to go get the gold toes at City Gear, by Target.
But that's the one, that's the shit that we was talking about up in, for Oneness.
Yeah. No, not them. We talking about the complex ones.
Okay. Yeah.
Not the top 3 though.
Top 3 goals.
Top 3 goals, yeah.
Yeah. So, I got the top 3 goals, but I wanted the gold toes just to wear.
Yeah.
And I got there.
I looked up
113. And I ended up buying the 12. I just told myself, I was like, yo, I've been in this line 30 minutes. I ain't walking away with empty-handed. So, I told dude the 13 line, I won't got no more of them. And there's only 113. I know that was a lie. And then I was just like, yo, what's the biggest size? He was like, 12. I need that. I can't leave empty-handed, man. And I ended up selling it to a client for like 200.
Yeah.
So,
I'll tell you
other than that, I ain't waiting in line.
One fun camp out for me, and for the most part, if I'm camping out, I probably already got the shoe. I just want to see how crazy it is. Mm-hmm. So me and Justin, we stood outside of City Gear the night before the Bel Air files dropped. Ooh. Oh, that was something serious, bro. We stood across up there where the little restaurant was, and we just pretty much watched people arguing, talking about, hey, you ain't taking my spot, going back and forth with each other, somebody coming through with their foot hanging out the window with a pair on. And it was like, dude's like, hey, you might want to jump in this line because them ones you got on is fake. Dude, hurry up and pull the car. What you talking about? My shoes ain't fake. Oh, yes, they are. I can see it from all the way over here. Dude pointed out how fake the shoe was. Dude had to park his car and get in line. Man, dude got me. When I see him in the morning, so, man, that was fun, though. We stood out there. We was just talking to everybody.
Man, but one thing about that, with them Bel Air 5s, they were so hyped. They ain't worth nothing now.
Bingo.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot this shoe, man.
The value of them, I thought it was, I don't know, last time I checked it was somewhere around 5.
Bel Air 5s?
I wouldn't pay 500.
I wouldn't pay 500.
You talking about the gray joints, right?
Yeah,
the
The
gray.
jokers was so bootleg.
Man.
It did, that did. That's why I sold my instant.
But a lot of dudes. I remember when that shoe dropped.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got them. But I remember a lot of people were selling them fakes. Like early.
Yeah.
Early, like people was, cause it was somebody here.
I ain't gonna say it.
Cause I don't know.
And somebody called me and was like,
everybody knows.
Oh, so, yeah, I didn't know. I just know a whole bunch of people from the church like, hey, you want them? I was like, nah, I got mine on reserve. I'm good. I'm straight.
The best way to say it, man, that dude did a lot of good. I'm indebted to him because he was the guy that gave the polo code up back in the day.
Hey, man. I remember that.
I remember that day too. I bought a lot of stuff.
Hey, you was
I got a lot of stuff.
The polo code is real.
It's
I was waiting on you to say that this year. Like
I remember that. I got so many hoodies.
I was just like, man.
I still got clothes I haven't worn.
I
It
know
was like 70% or something like that.
Nah, some stuff I was
big.
some stuff I was like,
I don't know what the number was.
I can't even remember, man.
I remember when
I had a value of about 48-ish to 5,000 in the cart, and I paid 1,800.
Yeah.
Buddy, I'm talking like undershirts, drawers,
I remember that.
socks, t-shirts, polo shirts, sweaters. I brought a briefcase. Man, listen, I still use that briefcase to this day, man. And it was like, that briefcase was 400, like free, and I think I ended up getting it for like 80. With a discount, I got this cargo jacket. It was like 400 something.
Yeah.
For the low. I was like, yo, you know what?
I mean, and that's
Forever indebted to that guy.
but yeah, I remember that because everybody kept asking me like, you on? I was like, nah, I'm straight. I'm good. Like I had mine on hold.
Hey, what
He
about
was running the game for a minute though. Oh, that tells us we got 15 minutes. The lights dim.
Oh, yeah. So like that, man. So I think a lot of my thing with the sneaker game right now is that it's not as exciting because it is online. You know what I'm saying? Like a part of what drew me in was me and T was trying to figure out the hunt. Like I remember I used to go to Creative Soul and sit on the couch and we trying to figure out who gonna do what.
Hey, what time out? Speaking of Creative Soul, do you not think that if he could have been like the oneness and the sneaker politics of corporate
For sure.
of Huntsville?
For sure.
Man, he should,
For sure.
should
For sure.
kept that.
For sure. So like, I mean, and I remember the shoe that I got that I felt like I had won was the All Star KD with the strap.
The fours.
The four.
The silver?
The silver. When I got that shoe, I remember coming into Creative Soul and I threw them up in the air. Like I just was
Oh,
like,
Galaxies, huh?
yeah, it was the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I felt like I had won because man, nobody could get their hands on it. Nobody could get their hands on it. So man, it was one of the things that I just felt like, yeah, that was the major win for me.
It was $95, man.
Dude, that shoe was $95.
$95.
$95.
The fact of I struck out online everywhere, got on eBay, found a pair for $175. Told dude, I won't. No. At first I tried to talk him down. He's like, look, man, I came from Orlando. I'm in Orlando, so I was here with all this craziness. I done had to go through all this stuff to get this shoe. I don't want to take no less. Cool. I give you $175. Sent him the money. He wrote me back like 20 minutes later. Was like, hey, I just got an offer for $250. Can you talk to him? No.
Hey, but now we talking like 1,300.
Yeah, right.
Now we're talking about 1,000. I mean, you know, the sneaker game has changed though. Like just the hunt, what really makes me mad is when it's these 12-year-olds that's loaded up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, how?
A sneaker guy?
Man, you
Man, I wanted to go see Kanye in Atlanta so bad. I've never been to a sneaker con.
Me neither.
I never
Always
even
got
thought
something
about it.
going on.
I want to.
It's weird to me. Like I went to two of them, and I guess what it was for me was like right before they had the one in Atlanta, they had aired this story about a little kid that was flipping shoes to get like he started off with like a basic phone posit, flip it to get this, flip it to get that.
Oh yeah.
Then come out with it was on ABC News. They did the special on it, and had cartoon and everything in it. But I think after that story aired, it started a bunch of kids coming in, and like when I went to the Sneakerhead in Atlanta, probably like 2 years ago, it was a bunch of little kids with busted shoes, like. They wear these shoes all semester. They want to switch them out for something new. And like, I'm like, okay, how much you want for this? You can give me about $300. Like, bruh, Hey, you got heel drag.
But here's the one thing that I don't like about the quote unquote, we'll say the culture, the name, just sneakerhead.
Mm-hmm.
So like we talked about when we started.
Right.
So honestly, if I didn't give those Chris Webbers to my old roommate, I would probably still have them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they will be in a wearable condition. But what I really don't like is when, you got like somebody that just started last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything that I have, is like 2000. The oldest shoe I have is 2000.
Okay.
That's the same for me.
Same, 99 for me.
99, 2000, give or take, and but everything from there, it's like, you looking like, okay, Chris got some heat.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, you got little Johnny from down the street who just started last year, just buying the stuff that's just coming out, the new stuff that's coming out now for $200 when I got it for like $100.
Mm-hmm.
Now he the sneakerhead, he the king of the block. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, Johnny.
You see that in the
No,
groups?
Johnny.
Like anybody a part of sneaker groups online or something?
Yeah, I am on Facebook.
Yeah, I am too.
You go on there,
But
man.
I look on there, I'm just like,
Them
man.
boys be having
Like
maybe 20 pair of shoes.
Man, yeah, see,
All came out this year.
but see, and if you ain't Nike Talk,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't that.
Yeah.
If I wasn't even ever part of Nike Talk,
I
but my
love
homeboy Rayshawn was. My
I love
homeboy, they still got it,
Mhm.
but it's just not like jumping like
Yeah,
that.
it used to be. You used to catch some steals on.
Yeah, on Nike Talk too.
I'm talking about all
Nah,
over,
it's-
all
it's-
over the
it's-
world.
It's easier to list a shoe on a
IG.
StockX and IG. So ain't nobody really, cause to list shoes on Nike Talk, you had to be like verified. You had to post like so many posts. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had to be like,
I remember
you
that.
gotta have references. You gotta have, okay, this person bought from him, everything's legit.
Mm-hmm.
Versus just getting on StockX. Hey, I got this shoe. I want to let it go for this price, and it's gone, or just sit with it.
They're lowball on StockX too.
Yeah,
They
will.
like, you get into a bind. So like, okay, now the thing is, I want to get these new Yeezys, but I got these Lebrons. So I'm gonna just say, LeBron's going for like 700, but now I need these Yeezys, and give me $150. So now you're looking at the last sale, it's 150. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
So then now that just make your value. They say StockX really killed the game though, for real.
Yeah.
Because like what you do on eBay, you can still do on eBay and make some bread, but like StockX is really like.
And they make a killing off of your sale.
It sure
They
is.
make a killing. So
For
just
real,
imagine.
StockX does?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they tell you.
They take like 12, 14%, something like that. But just imagine every release today that they have like a major shoe drop and it sell out instantly, and the shoes is up on StockX right away, and they sell it for $200-300 whatever, and they take a cut out of that every single time. Take a cut out of it.
I mean, it's no different.
I actually
In a
don't
couple
even follow
hours,
for it though.
they might actually sell about 1,200 pairs. Just pay attention. Just look, they might sell 1,200 pairs in a couple hours.
And get 30-40 profit.
$30-40 off of it.
But like it's no different from eBay though.
Yeah.
It's just eBay.
They take a long time.
You got a month.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't realize, I'm like, all right, so I got on Macari, this app, it's just like eBay. And, I've been selling off of that. And so the thing is, so Macari say, okay, look, we taking 10% and your shipping is $6. eBay take that same 10%, but it's just a month later.
I kind of hated that though, for some reason, because it was like, okay, I got the money for whatever I sold,
Yeah.
and then you spend that money or whatever,
And you
and
got
then like a
nothing.
whole month later, it's like, hey, we finna bill you for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have took that earlier. But
I have a question. Best shoe released this year that you caught?
2018.
Yep. For me, LeBron icon. Dope shoe.
Which one is it?
The
purple?
no, white, black,
see-through.
Yeah.
And they dropping the black see-through in the spring.
Yeah.
That was tight.
The white. Yeah, I got that
That's
shit.
a-
I love that
listen.
shit too.
Man, bomb shoe. Promise you. And the crazy part is so readily available. Like easily, like I think 300.
Really?
Yep. Right now you get it for 300.
I love that shoe, man. Because that shoe you could dang it throw on anything, and it's
Yeah.
super comfortable.
Listen, I was
I like
gonna
the
see the screenshot. I think you preached on it one time, and I saw that.
I did appreciate it.
I saw that. I was gonna see you do.
Yeah. Did the you know, you're talking about the gold toes, but did the top threes come out this year?
No,
Okay,
late
last
December.
year.
December. Was it December?
Yeah, it was
Or
this-
November last
Yeah,
year.
last
The
year.
gold,
Okay.
the gold ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop this.
Man.
Easy one for me, I guess. Sean Weatherspoons.
Oh, so no, you caught them?
Retail.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a deal then. I got some, but it took me a while to get. I was on the hunt for that shoe, and I wanted it bad.
Yeah.
I got it, but I wanted it bad.
So
Okay.
you paid a little bit for
Oh yeah, I paid a little bit for it. And that shoe, dude, like I love that shoe, but I hate wearing that shoe. That shoe hot as hell, dude.
Oh, hot.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's all corduroy.
Corduroy
Dude,
is
and then on the inside, that thing eats up your sock, bro. Like your sock be at the foot of your dang old toe. Like I gotta take my shoe off and pull my sock up. Yeah, but I love that shoe. That was a good shoe. I probably gotta go with you on that icon. That icon is because for me it was creative. It and probably like my second highest shoe outside of the Yeezy that I paid for was the LeBron South Beach 8.
Gotcha.
So I love that shoe. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
love the South Beach too.
Yeah, and so like, but my only complaint about the South Beach, what the 8s, because I got a few pair of 8s, was the bulkiness of it. So the icon,
It's slim.
it's slim.
Yeah.
And it's so sleek, man. So like to me, it wasn't a retro. It wasn't a, you know what I'm saying? It was a new shoe
Right.
that was fresh off the presses this year. That was super dope.
Correct.
Man, I would have to say, Travis Scott Fords, man.
Yeah.
I just absolutely,
Really?
I love that shoe.
You know?
I love that
Oh,
shoe.
too, man.
I love that shoe.
I'll
It's
say
crazy.
I love that shoe.
When we
man.
talk about 2018, I'm thinking I'm like either that 4 or that Virgil 1.
Ah.
Yeah.
That Virgil 1. I like that Virgil 1.
Yeah. I guess for me, like, what keeps the game exciting for me is probably like the stories behind shoes.
Yeah.
So like that's what keeps me wanting to buy stuff, or keeps me wanting to acquire things. Or like with the Weatherspoons, it was like, of course we all tried our luck and struck out on Air Max Day or whatever, and then it comes up, oh, we have a restock, but it's only for the people that voted for the shoe.
Right.
So it put me back in that space of that time frame of sitting with Justin,
Yeah.
sitting with Will, and we all discussing the shoes that we wanted to vote for the Air Max Day. And I was like, man, I just love that 97 with that Air Max 1 bottom. I love it. I gotta vote for it. So I voted for it, and it paid off in the long run.
So that's how you end up getting
That's
it.
how you get it. Yeah, that's how I got it. So that's like the story behind that kind of stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
Do you remember every story for each shoe?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Pretty much.
When I bought it, what
Yeah.
year I bought it,
Who I got
what
it from?
time
Yeah,
I bought
yeah,
it.
Who's
like-
my go-to person?
I remember
Like if I
everything.
first took an L on it and had to double back and come and get. I remember when those red foams had released, and man, I red my favorite color. So I remember this when like I was into sneakers. T was trying to get me a pair. T had copy pair. He was trying to get me a pair, and it didn't work. But then when House of Hoops opened in Birmingham, they had a restock of them, and I got them boys. I was so happy to get them, dude. Like it was
Sit
crazy.
here all day. I'll never forget.
Yeah, like especially like shoes like that, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
House of Hoops.
Yep.
Jordan 1 wings. That's where I got them joggers from.
Yep.
People look at me crazy when I say that, But the best shoe I bought, man, this year is Travis Scott 4s.
I love it.
I wish them purple joints would have came out. Oh my god.
Nah, the gray ones are better.
You think so?
The
I
gray-
like the purple ones
I
better.
like the purple ones.
That gray one is.
The gray,
I love
the
the
what
purple.
is
Don't
it?
get me wrong, but I want that purple one.
Yeah, I mean, you
Pay
take
on
whatever you
14K
get.
with.
Oh man, that dude
Yeah,
said
like-
14K. Boy, you lost your mind.
You
Someone
know,
texted me like he was like,
Sure.
hey, I got it in your size. I said, what?
Shoe of the year, regardless of you top or not. Shoe of the year.
Shoe of the year.
This year.
This year.
2018.
Yeah.
Ah.
You can just go with a model or you go with a shoe itself.
Man, 2018 kicks. I mean, yeah, Lee, what came out?
You had a lot of Jordan 1s hit.
A bunch of off-white stuff.
Off-white.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, you had some. I got these coming. Them Air Max. Oh man, I can't even think of the name of them. Oh, my phone right there. Man, they pink. They got a pink and a blue in it. Air Max. They white.
97s?
Are they 97s?
Shoe of the year.
Man, I had to look it up for y'all boys.
That's tough out there. That's a lot of shoes in the drop.
Shoe of the year. Like, what came out in January? So,
I know what.
the shadows and all that came out this year.
Yeah.
Hey, real talk. Shoe of the year, hands down, for me.
Black cement.
No, these came out in 17.
Air Max 1.
These?
No, I thought they came out last year.
That came out
They
last year.
restocked this year though.
Air Max
Oh,
They
One.
restocked.
hey, whoa.
Which
Shoe of the year.
dude, I'm looking for that shoe right now.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that shoe right
Yeah.
now.
I just got it.
Yeah.
You did?
Listen,
Because I got it on my StockX. I've been watching it like when I'm gonna pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Alabama going to Miami, and I thought they was going to Dallas. I was gonna go there for my birthday, but that Miami trip, bro, everything triple price going to Miami. So I was like, you know what? No trip. I just cashed out on like 3 pairs. So
Man,
I'm gonna tell you.
that
The black
I
shoes
was
came out February.
shoot a
this
year
year.
to me.
the what did?
The black
They
shoes,
did?
they came out February this year.
I don't know why I thought they came out last
last
year.
The All-Star game.
Okay.
Oh, sure did.
All right, I'm gonna tell you for real,
Uh-huh.
and it's only because we've been waiting. The Katrina threes.
Oh, I got them.
I've been waiting on them since what 07
Really?
when they first surfaced. Like
Uh-huh.
I've been wanting
They've
it
been promising that shoe for a long time.
for a long
Okay.
time. The
Katrina threes.
like the Katrina threes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you would want it with the Nike Air, but of course for me, the shoe of the year for me, since the years I thought these were 17. These black cements, like out of all the shoes I've ever had, I never owned black cements, and I had to get them.
So,
Black cements.
Black cements are a staple. I think for me, because I love the Nike Off-White collab. I love them. I think it's dope. But I like the Off-White Serena blazer.
Ooh. No.
Okay.
The 97.
I got both them joints.
They
And
all
I love them. I just love the blazer more on my foot.
Wrap it up, man. Wrap it up. I want them 97 so bad.
Man, I like to me, how they did the color combination with it, how they made, you know what I'm saying? It was just a nice situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that you got them blazers.
Yeah. And like the thing is, I like blazers in general
Okay.
on GP. Like a lot of people sleep on blazers, but I believe blazers are a real creative shoe. Like they've done a lot of stuff with blazers, and some people like, whatever. But the fact that they chose a blazer to do an Off-White collab with, and at first, the first ones I saw was the black and white ones. And I was like, they ain't alright. But then that cream and orange, I really liked them. But then when they did that Serena piece, I was like, yeah. And then the 97 of it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, I would say
last year 97 though was pretty dope.
The off-white?
Yeah, because
Oh yeah, that white. Yeah, it was so clean.
nah, but you know the bottom going at the
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
I would say, dang, if they even came out, the Purple Lobsters.
They dropped in December, next week?
Yeah, don't.
What's that?
And probably they already came out before, but the ammo pack, man.
Oh, that's
Ammo
just
pack, dude.
Wait,
The 90, the 97,
But they about to-
95?
The 95s and the Air Max 1s.
but they about to do Safari too again. The keep repping, stop slipping.
For real?
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
They're about to,
Ammo pack was
I think
dope.
I just sold mine.
I love the ammo pack, man.
It was dope.
I've been eyeing them. They just sitting there. I get notifications all the time. Lowest offer.
Yeah,
lowest
man, like-
offer.
Now
Lowest
you
offer.
want the
that's how I'm
one
doing
or
the
the
Air Max
95?
I want the ones, man. I like Air Max 1s better.
Okay.
And see,
I love Air
and
Max.
see, like the last pack I did the 95s.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did.
I like them, but
Them things cold.
I like Air Max 1s better, man.
I was
That's
big in
probably-
Air Max ones back in the day.
Probably
Now it's
97 is
more-
probably my favorite, though.
97s is my favorite.
But
Silver Bullets is my absolute favorite.
Well, tell me this. Did y'all like
For
the
real?
97s and the Vapor Max collabo?
Nah, I wasn't a fan
Nah.
of it. And I actually got a pair, and this was so crazy. I bought a pair to see if I was gonna like them on foot, and then them a pair that I sent off to one of the students.
Show me.
Like I was like, nah.
you know
Which
what?
shoe?
I take that back.
Huh?
Which
It was
shoes?
a colorway that I did like. They
97.
were
the teal.
the all
Oh,
teals.
yeah.
Hey, but
The all teals.
you know what I don't like?
those.
You know which one I don't? That Vapor Max. I don't like that Vapor Max tuned air collab.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Did y'all like the Vapor Max Mox?
No, I
You
did.
didn't?
I did.
I was on the fence with like
I think the girl color should have been men colors.
yeah.
They had an olive
Yeah.
color for
Yeah.
the women that came
I
out
know
before
exactly
the
what you're
men.
talking about.
It was olive and like tan. That joke was
Speaking
so
of Mox,
dope.
I'm gonna get them ACG Air Mox, the OG.
Old ones.
Yeah, I love ACGs for some reason.
I had like the Reacts.
That believe it or not, that's the shoe that won shoe of the year.
The
for
Reacts.
Complex time was the 87 Reacts.
I did not like them shoes.
I like them, man. It was
I like
which
them.
collab
I did not
it was.
like
I
them.
couldn't remember. It was like one of the first ones.
I like that shit.
The-
But I
It
can't-
was
I
like
can't get none.
teal and red
I can't
and
get none. But
man, them things was hard. Them
I
things was
wanted
cold.
to try a pair to see how they look on foot, but I seen somebody
I'm
with
still,
wide feet.
I'm still kind of on the fence with the mesh too.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you got the mesh with that
LeBron.
LeBron joint, but like that shoe with the mesh,
Yeah, I don't know. Like I had the opportunity to get a pair of them, and I was like, nah, I passed on them. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them.
I've been seeing them go for certain ones go for the low. I wanted to try the cheaper one to see how it looks.
Yeah.
well, they got that 55.
I ain't want the 55. If anything, I was gonna get the 87 with some cold socks or something. But I wanted to try like the one of the ones that was going for the low, just see how it looked, how it felt, but I don't know. I still ain't pulled the trigger on it yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, that's my shoe. That's
Any shoe you see coming out next year that you're looking forward to?
Man,
Red fours,
the sixes.
Do you think? I would say
That
the
color is
first picture I seen lately,
Which
it
one?
looked like it had a leather back
Which one?
on it, and
It looks like
it goes into suede.
the sixes.
Yeah.
The varsity sixes.
Hey, but hold up, time out. Now I just seen this Jordan 1 that's supposed to come out. It's a concept. The black and orange Shatterback board 3.0.
I don't like them.
I'm not a fan of
I
it.
don't like them, bro.
I'm not a fan of
Listen,
it. I seen it.
I think.
Hey, listen. Everybody, alright, so the only thing we had to compare to Jordan 1 was that band Jordan 1.
Yeah.
Me and him seen it.
Listen.
Alright, I got them upstairs now.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you sure do got it.
I didn't know that until
Yeah.
the last time I was over there.
Hey,
But-
I stopped wearing them after I seen how much they was worth.
But the thing is, when we talk about quality of a Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
you go to that shattered backboard.
Oh yeah, listen, that excellent quality.
You
Yeah,
go to
that
that
shattered-
shattered backboard.
That
and
shattered
you-
backboard.
Hey, we say, and the one thing that you say is it ain't that shattered backboard material.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing you say. Now that right there,
It's good quality, but the shadows are better. You're right. And they
that's-
uphold.
This is that right there is kind of like teeter-tottering with this shattered backboard
Shadows better.
and that band.
When I first got these, man, I wanted to throw them on every day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The reverse joints.
Let me see.
The reverse ones.
Okay. I always was afraid of just the color, how it looks.
Man.
I was afraid of that.
I love my shattered back, but I'm gonna tell you what I was mad that I missed out on, and that was the satin.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't even care for them.
I love them.
Man.
What? Instantly, what I thought, that crease is going to
Yeah,
ruin my
yeah,
life.
yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna say, I know a lot of people like they like the
Yeah.
crease life,
Yeah.
but with that crease was like, it ain't no coming back. Even if you stuff them, that crease is still gonna be there. I see, man, but
Boss.
it ain't there for me
Yeah.
yet. I gotta see him in person.
Man, they say that's a Photoshop picture.
I'm about to say, that's how a lot of people
I'm pretty
feel.
sure that what they're gonna probably do is they're gonna probably come with that, but then it's gonna have that white
Uh-huh.
behind where that check is. They probably gonna have
They gotta put something, but
Yeah, they got to. They got
it's
to.
too dark. That's the same way I feel about them Art Basel shoes this
But-
weekend, the
but-
bad leathers.
But that's a dope shoe, man. I feel like that's a dope shoe. I mean, you know, Bread Force, Nike Air.
Mm-hmm.
So I had them in what 99. I had them in 99.
Alright.
I still
got 'em.
Woman forces from you.
You know what?
The invisible woman forces.
Man, them been gone.
You had them?
Them been gone. No, I mean, like, you know, no, I got them. I had them on ice. Like, yeah, man. Like a lot of them forces. I was like the first in the city. to have them.
Okay.
It was one pair accidentally sent,
Yep.
and they was like, they were my size, wasn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Accidentally sent to the store.
See, Marty's then.
Yeah,
It was
man.
on one pair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them ones gone.
I don't know what I'm really looking forward to next year. I don't know. Like for me, it's like when I see something I like, and I'm just all like, I'm gonna get that.
Man, I ain't looking for none but them icons. So
Now.
that's gonna be the first shoe I buy next year.
Man,
Other than that, I ain't
Oh,
worried about
but
no
you
shoes.
in hiatus anyhow.
Yeah.
From January to April, ain't
Yeah, but I still be lurking, buddy. I still be looking. But I ain't gonna buy nothing. I pretty much, they do got some ones I may want. If I want to see them in person. They kind of like a North Carolina blues, but they
Oh,
supposed to
they
be like
kinda
look like a dirty suede.
Oh, no, I just seen that.
Faded, yeah.
And I don't know
They got some
and
nice
if it's gonna work.
it's like some mint green looking ones like that too.
No, that's the one.
That's
he
the
talking
same
about.
one.
That's the
Same
one.
one.
That's what I'm
Okay,
talking
okay.
It's like the dirty North Carolina blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't seen them.
So
They just circle-
they just
like-
start
Yeah.
Okay.
So most of the shoe is suede though, right?
yeah, like the outer is suede
Okay.
and
But
the inside leather.
another thing about the sneaker game that kind of exciting is you see, I guess, future releases or whatnot, and you might be like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm done.
Because I looked at,
I
I
be
went
like-
on one website and I was like, okay, this artist releasing, I'm good, I'm straight on.
I
I'm
be like, I'm done. I'm done.
for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And then like,
All of a sudden.
yeah, this coming out, this coming out.
They-
Hey, I've been done for like 2 years. but guess what's coming out December 15th? The Mocha 3s.
Exactly.
You get
Exactly.
2 pair.
Exactly.
so no.
For real? 2 pair. Mocha
Man, look.
Yeah.
I said that about the
No, I'm
Orlando
saying you know
Tens, man.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's just too much going on.
You love tens though.
Man, I want the whole pack, man.
He
I
loves
want
tens.
the whole
Yeah.
pack, man. Like I be looking at like the Sacramento joints,
Sacramento is one of my favorites.
So
The
now
the
Sacramento
Seattle
Kings.
joints. I'm like, man, I want the whole pack,
Yeah.
but I ain't giving you all that money. It's
Let's
crazy.
close out on your favorite Jordans. Like me personally, I only buy Jordan 1s, 6s, and 11s. I got 2 pair of 3s, but I'm gonna tell you, I was not a fan of 3s, but 3s have become my traveling shoe. Whenever I'm going out of town, I'm buying 3s. Rocking 3s, but 1s, 6s, 11s. That's the only thing I do.
I love the higher number of Jordans for some reason. I love 17s, 16s, 15s, 18s.
Hey, plus I got 2 pair Nike. I got 2 pair for sale. 19s, black, the red and the white and red.
Oh, sweet. How much?
150.
Oh, that's love.
Wait a minute, what you got?
Oh my God.
What you got now?
You can't buy nothing.
What you got?
You can't buy nothing, man.
What's Jordans?
1s and 3s. That's me. It's just only because, like Shauna said, you know, like they just a classic silhouette. You know, the older you get, the more or less you want to look that young. But just
want to be hip. I mean, just cool.
Just
like
you know, you just a old school guy with some nice kicks on.
It's always hard for me to answer that question, though, man.
Yeah,
You didn't even mention 8s.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
like
saying.
8s. I like 8s too, but you know, like I like 6s.
Oh, I got a question too after this
Okay.
on some 8s. See what y'all thinking.
For me, 1s, 3s, and 11s.
1s, 3s, and 11s.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, like I like 3. I think, and like I said, when I got back into sneakers, and when I really became a sneakerhead and I could do it, it was that 3 and that 11 that started my whole collection.
Okay.
Like, I remember, like when I go back to my first pictures that's in my iPhone was of my 3 and of that 11. Like on my foot, like I was so excited. I was like, man, I got this stuff back.
My very first picture on Instagram was a picture of Concord Davis.
Yeah,
Really?
and my very first picture was a picture of 3s. Them right there.
LeBron South Beach Elites. First picture.
Which color?
South Beaches.
Oh, you said South Beach Elites. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Elites. I
My
love,
bad.
listen,
I think I might have had on copper phones.
Copper phone. Yeah, like
LeBron Elites is a dope shoe.
I got the maize, the yellow joints. I love them.
So no, I'm gonna go back and
I still
cop
got
the
it.
white and black ones to have. I had cop whites, but I got them customized.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if I could ever get my hand on those like the cannons and I really want the tennis balls.
Oh, Luke,
I'm
with you on that. But I cannot find them.
You can't. It's hard.
I cannot find them.
And I'm just hoping, like I got a post out there somewhere
And
that somebody gonna see it.
But I got gypped on the pair. I ended up getting my money back. But
Okay.
but a dude said he had them. Put up pictures, put up all that type of stuff. I bought them. Boom. Send
Hey,
it.
listen.
And then the dude mailed them out. And so the tracking said that it went somewhere. Then it went back to a house in Arizona. In Arkansas, because the dude lived in Arkansas. This dude mailed it to the house next door to him.
No.
Just so he can get a tracking to say it had been released.
So nuts.
So man, I'm talking about man, I vowed I would never buy shoes from somebody that didn't have an iPhone. like for real, like if I start texting you and you know it ain't blue. Like because it's so many ways you can it's you know what I'm saying, like duplicate a number, you can get a sideline number, you can get whatever fake numbers.
Download the app.
Yeah, download the app. You can't do that with an iPhone number. You know what I'm saying? So like the dude had I was texting him and he disappeared.
How much you was gonna pay for him?
I was gonna pay. He said what was it, 6?
Oh, that was love.
Yeah, it was the love. So like I jumped on it. I was thinking cause how he said like he was trying to come up off of it. And so he was like because it was near the end of the month. He was like, man, I fell on some hard times, and he had a whole bunch of shoes for sale. He was like, fell on some hard times trying to get him a rent money. He was like, man, I hate to see these go. Man, dude, I thought I had one.
I seen them for $1,000, and I was debating. It was around my birthday. Like, yo, I'm gonna get these for my birthday. I'm going on a trip. I chose a trip. I should have went.
You should have got them.
I should have got them joggers for $1,000.
You see what happened now, right? Them suckers crumbled.
What shoes you like,
Mine's starting to do that.
Oh,
Mine's starting to crumble. I got a suitcase, the car, everything.
They turned it to dust.
So what are you selling on? Okay.
Mine is the 1s, 3s, 13s, and 17s.
1s, 3s, 13s, 17s.
1s, 3s, 13s.
Okay, everybody kind of united on 1s for real.
Man, it's
I
1s
love
is like,
ones, man.
it's like a.
My answer just changes.
Uh-huh.
However I'm feeling that day.
Got you. You got a wide collection from what I see on mine. Because I'm only buying what I like.
I buy what I like, but I like so much that I just try to reach out and grab here and there.
So I'm more, you kind of gonna know what I'm, if I post it, if she come out, if you follow me enough, you be like, oh, well, he gonna get that. Like, that's me, because I ain't really going too far out. And I think I was gonna try to get the Yeezy Zebras. But I was like,
You could have got those.
Yeah,
I could have.
I bought another pair.
Yeah.
Well, alright, so I brought those Air Max 1s,
Powder.
what can you say?
Powder.
Alright. I got the Off-White UNC 1s, and I got the Nigel ones.
The ones I got, the creamers.
Yeah. And so I got that as a birthday gift to myself. But outside of that, like even the UNC ones, I would never got them unless this situation came up where I wasn't going out of town for my birthday. But because it ain't like a wanted shoe,
I love
but they
that shit.
definitely.
LS. I don't know nothing about LS Jordan.
Yeah.
I got two.
I still got
From the
it's
90s,
crazy.
buddy.
I still got the clothes
Upstairs.
that go with them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, at my mom's house.
So no.
I kept all that stuff.
I got the 11.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing for you.
Probably. Let me see.
Everybody like threes. I'm telling you, threes are just a silhouette.
I thought they used to be
Cool
heavy.
break threes. Oh, man.
Probably my best random pickup this year.
Very first pick on Instagram.
So no.
Yeah. Probably my best random pickup this year.
Ooh.
So no.
I'm rich.
Hey, I be hating on you, man.
From rich.
You know,
I'm rich. I got him from rich.
Yeah, you know I be hating on you, man.
He texted me randomly and he said, because you showed me love, because like his grill was the Grinch. And I had him.
Okay.
And so.
The Cody Sixes?
That was his.
Huh?
Those was his. Those was his Grinches.
The ones I had?
Yes, those were his Grinches.
That's crazy. So
Those were his Grinches. We just talked about it.
We just talked about it.
So Rich was like on me, like he asked me for 3 years. Like I'm talking about like once a month for 3 years.
Really?
Like, bro, you gonna sell them to me? I'm like, no, I've been wanting this shoe. No, Negro, I'm not selling it. So when the Jordan 1 SBs, the ones that you could wear, and then the white and fades.
Lance Mountain?
Lance Mountains.
Yeah.
So he said, I give you the Lance Mountain ones, and he said, and I give you $500.
Ooh.
So I said, all right. I said, cool. And
I
then
gave him away.
no. And then
I gave him away.
wait a minute. And then it was another pair of shoes he gave me that just came out because he's a regional manager for Foot Action.
Okay.
So he was like, it was a pair of J's that just had came out. He was like, and I buy these for you.
So nice.
So I got 2 pair of shoes, $500. So I was like, I did.
For the Grinches?
Yeah, for the Grinches.
Wow.
I gave him away.
That's crazy.
I gave them away.
Gave him.
For free.
Gave him.
Gave them away to him.
You bought it from him.
Who did you give him to? Who
Sejan.
Sejan, yeah, because I bought him from Sejan.
Gave them to him.
He gave him the same.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Didn't even know that, did you?
No, I didn't. I know that came because he just kept saying my boy. I got him from my boy.
Yeah.
So I was like, because I was like, when I had been wanting the Grinches. I've been looking for them, and I couldn't find them. And Sejan was like, yeah, I got them. And Sejan wore them. And I told him, I said, don't wear them no more. That's what I told him. I said, dude, your foot too big. You don't care about shoes. You just wear them, man. You gonna dog them. My foot narrow.
So no.
I was like, no, don't wear them no more. I was like, you gonna sell them to me? Don't wear them no more. So I bought them from Sejan.
Sure enough, man.
Right before he dipped.
Yep.
Go back to Detroit.
Yep. And
No, he was going to Dallas.
Okay, you right.
He was going to
He went
Dallas.
Work for the
Where
boys
he
and
at
girls.
now?
He in Detroit now.
Detroit.
Detroit.
Okay.
He doing
The man weed.
the man weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
He racking up too.
He racking up.
That's
He racking
crazy,
up.
man.
That's a crazy story.
Yeah.
So for real, like, to see when he first started cutting,
Yeah, to now.
to see right now,
Yeah.
and like, I'll just say this: I was very cool with him at the time. So like to see like trying to find his way into a craft,
Yeah.
you know, and like to see like
And he can really draw too, can't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, he can draw. He can draw.
I
So
seen
I thought so.
I ain't
I
even
saw
know
that.
that.
But you know, he was doing the shoes.
Yeah, he can draw.
He was doing the shoes,
he was
I
I gave him all my stuff.
I gave him shoes too, just
Yeah.
to practice on.
No,
Yeah, did you?
I gave him my paint.
Oh, he
and
told me
every-
that.
And
Yeah,
my
right.
airbrush guns and all
So
that.
nice.
Yeah, because you used to do it.
Do y'all remember that he made it on Sneaker Watch worst?
Sneaker.
Yeah.
Worse.
Yep. On them threes.
It was
What
still
you
the one
had?
that had gold in them or
Yeah,
something?
they them red. It was
All red and gold.
And gold.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
don't know.
that. Yeah, I
Just
remember
like just to see him make a list, it's still a success.
It's still a success.
But like, was it his gift? No. But like, you know, when you when you the homie,
Yeah, you gonna
and
push
you
it.
like you just know the backstory of
Yeah,
it.
you
just
gonna
trying
push
to
him.
support and push,
That's
and
right.
like because when I seen it, I was like, whoa, forget it. You made the list. Like
Yeah.
they don't know who he is now, and some people may like it.
Yeah.
Like so.
And so and honestly, I think some people hit him up about some
Probably
some
did.
customs.
Yeah.
Because they rocked with him. So, I mean, everybody
And I'm
says
gonna say, even the guy who made, I'm gonna tell you, what's that boy name from California, man? He made them Freddy Krueger gloves.
You talking about FBCC?
Yeah. He should have been on the worst list.
Yeah.
For them shoes, like he did the Martin Lawrence and the Will Smith tins.
But he actually got his own shoe now.
I know, like I get that, but like
When
his
first
shoe,
started out, he was kinda
his
crazy.
shoe was on like he was like the top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, buddy. Now the only thing he was doing different from them boys, he was recreating the whole shoe though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like taking it apart,
Yeah.
sewing it back. So that was, that's maybe why they look funny.
Yeah.
Cause them tins was so wide, but hey,
That's so crazy.
Sejan the man not in the hair game.
Yeah, he showed
So
it.
for real.
He doing it.
I got him in this group chat and this dude in there, he was like, he seen it and he was like, yo man, I used to work with this dude with Verizon, man. He making, man, he changing boys' lives. With his man weeds. I sent it to Sejan just like as a motivation piece, like, buddy, people actually see what you're doing and like really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But dude,
Yeah.
like that's, I mean, like the whole sneaker thing. But that's because of that, because of the gridges you gave. I bought. Yeah, that's
just now reap crazy benefits.
Yep.
Man, that's a long time ago.
That's
Them
a-
benches, bro.
Yeah, man, but dude,
Man.
and what's crazy, I'm looking for another pair because I still want another pair.
So now,
Yeah.
well, you got the money for it now. Like,
I'm
so
looking
they, man, how much they running now?
I don't even know. I ain't
Like,
looking
nine,
at
so
it.
I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? The 500? Hey.
Wait, what you say?
Real
9 for
Vegas.
the riches?
Yeah, in my size, I seen something like 9.
But you know what? You know what's really crazy is that it's shoes in different sizes.
In different
Or
sizes.
different.
They run a different price. Like
Mm-hmm.
me personally, I want them Jim Reds.
Okay.
Jim Reds in a 12 is like 5.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Reds in a 10 is like 250.
Yeah.
That's because they made more teams.
980, 985 in my size.
Mm-hmm.
Last sale 700 though. That's what we gonna buy.
Mm-hmm. So,
We
this
going
close to
about
that 5, you really got 2 shoes for free.
Yep.
And they was used, man.
Yeah, they were used.
Listen, I know Sejan would have messed out of them.
He did.
I wore them a few times before I gave it.
See, wait a minute, hold up.
So I got size 13 though.
Oh yeah.
So, definitely.
I made them 11s like that though.
I want them Kobe 6 Prelude.
I always
Man, I got
wanted
them.
that shoe, yeah.
You got them? Them things.
You got a couple of them, though. I seen
Me
your
and my
wife.
shit got them.
I always
For
wanted
real?
that shoe, yeah.
I seen, yeah, I
Let me
seen
get
her in the
yours,
hospital.
Nah,
or something. She had them on.
no.
Yeah. She
No.
wanted to work.
Hands
She
down.
wanted to work. Yeah, I seen
She
her.
wanted to work.
I seen her, man.
Man, this
She got heat. And then when I looked up, I
I
was
just
like,
saw
man,
these.
this is old lady, man. I said,
Yeah.
she got heat too.
Yeah. She grabbed in there
Nah, I'm gonna tell you hands down though. Kobe 1, Fade to Black. Kobe 1, Fade to Black. Kobe 1, Prelude.
Oh yeah. When I seen them Preludes the first time, I said, yo, I got to grab them. I made one mistake though, man. I made a mistake and cut grass in them jokers.
What?
Oh man.
Yep, like at my mama's house on a humbug. She's like, yeah, I need
So
one grass out today.
Oh, so I'll be right back.
Man, I didn't do it. They straight though. They still.
He said I'll be right back.
Boy, I was in that joker. I actually took them off in the middle of cutting the grass. Cause it was like,
I would do the same thing, man. I probably cut the grass in socks.
Listen.
Oh, yeah. Man, I done some crazy stuff, man.
When it kind of protect the shoes.
What? Man, like that first Sunday we was at your church, it was raining. But I don't even know what shoes I had on, but I had in the truck, I had on some trash bags. On my foot, wrapped around it.
Walmart bags.
Yep.
Man, listen, it was some suede shoes or whatever. Whenever it's raining, if I know it's gonna rain and I want to wear some suede shoes, I always got 2 bags in the truck.
I'm about to say, so do you ever accommodate for what you gonna wear depending on the weather?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Even when I drive, like I get a towel, like I'm wearing Jordan 1s, I gotta have a towel in the car.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna mess up the heel.
Yep.
So I learned over time. Like I rarely walk on grass with most shoes. I'm not a big white bottom shoe person. So like I pass on a lot of white bottom shoes simply because of that. And like I got them LeBron purple courts. I'm scared to wear them jokers.
Dude, I love it, man. I'm looking
the
for
white
that shit
bottom.
too.
Which one?
Purple court, LeBron 16s.
With the lipper on the back. Yeah, man, that thing is
I
cold,
I got
man.
them.
I want to
But the white bottom though, man.
What about them the maroon ones though? No.
You think they harder?
Like, yeah, but here's the thing. Now, real talk, I think Nike basketball has most definitely made its way back. With the new Kyrie 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
That new
tacos.
the new LeBron 16.
They gotta drop some colors for LeBron though.
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, like, you know, we ain't even into Christmas yet.
Yeah.
We ain't into All-Star yet.
And we didn't even get to see no pictures of the Christmas releases.
My
Yeah,
thing
that's what I'm
about Nike basketball is.
And then that Paul George
I do
2.5.
not like the Paul George.
No. That PlayStation.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the only one I seen.
That's the one that's kind of.
It's like a fat shoe. And
probably is.
and that lace. I mean that strap over. It just looks like it's a big shoe.
My thing about Nike basketball is like they make some dope shoes, but they lack when it comes to colorways for the shoes. Like they seen what's
But you know, they had to conform to the team color.
Not no more.
No, they did.
Well, they free now.
Now they free. So
Well, I'm
we
saying,
should
like,
see some dope colorways now.
As far as like they seen what's sold out in the past, and they go straight to that. Like okay, with the KD 3, with the KD 6 or whatnot.
The best whatever shoe was that Kobe.
You think the first
You think
Kobe?
That's the best.
You don't think the LeBron?
No, I say the dunks.
Oh, they was hard. But I don't think they was better than.
So you're
Man, the dunks.
You a dunk man.
No, I'm really not, man. But the dunks, man.
I think they was the best.
Bro.
Dunks and Blazers are like two of the best
You
shoes
know what?
to be utilized.
They
for
was
weird
hard.
colorways.
Man, the
And
dunks
these
are
dope.
hard,
It
bro.
was hard.
And I didn't really like that until I saw them in person and the detail of the shoe. I was like, man, they did their thing.
But yeah, like what I was saying is like they seen that was popular back last year or whatever, and they go straight to making it for the next shoe. Or they'll go straight to making it every Kobe that come out, it's a Grinch colorway. Every
We know that there
What the Kobe was the next
every
one.
KD it was an Aunt Pearl. Like,
me.
you know, it's like
They gotta change it up.
it's too repetitive with
But you know, real talk, hands down, for me, that LeBron 6 had the best colorways.
yeah.
Oh,
I think I was looking at the dunk. Was it the dunk?
the sixes is with the
The sixes with the zoom.
cover red,
Mm-hmm.
red carpet.
Red carpet.
Yeah.
The big apples.
Yeah.
The big apples. Like, that was a cold shoe.
The big apple.
Then that seven, all them PEs that he had, like the Dion, the Jordan, like that was a cold shoe too. The 7.
Yeah, 7. That's actually made me like LeBron's orange and gray. I wanted to get them jokers.
What's them?
Those 8s.
Yeah, them 8s.
Which LeBron look like the boot? And they came out in the big apple.
10s. That's what you think?
It looked just like a boot.
A boot?
Oh,
It had a strap across the bottom of it.
Oh,
I said it was the 5 or
3?
6.
No. The 3 was the birthdays. The brown with the gold.
man, they got a blue LeBron coming out next week. Retro. It's either 3 or 4. All blue, gold.
I don't know.
This
The Zoom generation.
The 6.
6.
So,
Which
yeah,
one
so,
was it?
so this, I got these. I just sold. This is the Tale of 3 Cities right here. So I got the Miami version. I had the Miami
They
version.
had a
I don't know. I love that shoe, man.
Hey man, it's a dope shoe.
I love
Hey,
that
listen,
shoe, man.
I ain't bought no 4s in some years. And I bought that shoe. And I was just like, I'm gonna try for it. I actually was on my way out this way. And I put it, I added the cart.
didn't
and
Man, it took me
and
like
I was
45 minutes to buy that.
I was
shoe.
just like,
everybody in our group chat
It
had
kept
grabbed
crashing.
that shoe for retail.
It kept crashing.
Everybody except for me. And I was so mad. I was like, I'm the one that wanted it the most. I wanted it the most, but I had to cash out for it. But I paid less than 3, so I was cool with it.
The quality ain't
Hey,
all that hot, but
you gonna rock with me on this?
Yeah, I won.
I love that shoe.
Sunday, Saturday.
I love that shit.
That's a nice shoe.
Man, listen. Easy. It's like a slide in.
Yeah.
Everybody says it's one of the most comfortable.
I thought it was gonna be like, cause being a big guy, you think like the ankles coming up. Man, you good.
Yeah.
It's actually too big.
I ain't get those. I like those. No.
So
I really like. I think that was
like that Oregon one though.
okay.
I didn't fool with it.
I
I like it.
ain't.
That Tinker.
I ain't a fan of them.
Yeah,
That's the only one I
this is
really
the only
like.
colorway that I like.
Beige.
That
Yeah,
Oregon
that
one.
beige. It just,
But it was another one though that was like a darker or something like that was supposed to drop and didn't drop.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna speak.
Yeah, there we go right there.
Shut up.
There we
No,
Click
no,
that one.
no.
Click that one.
No, thank you. Worry about yourself.
Any last words, fellas?
Man, this has been fun, man.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this is
Yeah, for
something
sure.
that we can continue to. We can probably do a part 2.
Yeah,
definitely.
because rapping about shoes, I mean, like, well, for one, you don't get, this like barbershop talk,
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, you don't get this a lot. So man, to be able to kind of chop it up like this about other aspects is great.
Oh yeah. Well, people, that's the press onion. We out of here.